Hello everyone, welcome to the Lost Harbor Tavern, welcome to the Rum and Harbor campaign. I'll be your bartender today. My name is Nitsify. I'm the DM in other words, but I'm also your host. I'm one of the guys running this thing. I know, crazy, right? But we have a few people here that are playing with us, a few patrons that are playing with us today. We have Acrid, who plays Loki.
Hi.
Give me a fun fact about Loki, right here, right now. You got this.
Loki was in another dimension.
There is that. You can check out the
Actually canon thing that happened.
Yep, you can check out Sanity for an episode. It'll be out Thursday. I put you on the spot. Here we go. Come on.
Oh god, I don't have something like I did for fucking Wallace.
All right, we'll get back to you. By the time we're done with the rest, you better have a fun fact ready for us.
I will, I'm sorry.
All right. We have Iso, who plays Ublex. She's a little sick.
Yeah.
Oh, there she is. She is risen. She has risen.
What did I say? I was a little sick.
Yeah. She was a little sick like that. I want to give up a fun fact since we're on a roll here. We'll get back to you. Do you need time?
Okay.
I'm putting y'all on the spot. All right.
I don't know if I can say it.
Do it.
What are you trying to? Hold on, I'll pause. All right, we've unpaused. She was talking about oysters and the reproductive organs of them. But we're talking about.
I mean
Ublex.
barnacles. I'm so sorry.
Sorry, barnacles. Apologies.
This isn't even the weirdest thing I've heard.
Issa's sick today. Everybody give her,
a little bit of credit.
Give her some credit. She's trying.
Yeah.
A fun
Send
fact
well
about
wishes
Ublex.
her way. She needs it.
Yes.
A fun fact about Ublex is he's a chill guy.
She is a chill guy.
Okay.
Very
You didn't
chill.
know already.
Yeah. Would have never guessed.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of chill people, we have Steve on the wall, but we also have Reed, who plays Usagi, the dead rabbit. You wanna?
Not anymore, supposedly.
Yeah, not yet. He'll come back at some point. Wanna give me that fun fact? We're gonna explain that in a bit here.
I am. Oh boy.
Wait, what's a little fun fact? You got something in mind? If not, we can pan over to the next person real quick. I need to start making this a normal thing, so y'all actually can like sit down and be like, "What's a hobby this character would know?" or something. Build some depth.
Usagi has canonically attended several pickup artist classes.
Okay. I'm gonna keep that in mind.
Oh no.
Yeah. We're just gonna keep that in mind, and we're gonna come back to that one day. But thank you for canonizing
say
this.
that.
This is the best bit about saying these things because it allows us to canonize the funniest little details about characters. We also have Shadowcat Anya, by the way, who's tucked away in the corner near some on-fire rats. She plays.
Don't question it.
Lindry. I won't. What's a little fun fact about Lindry?
At one point, she figured out how to make animal-safe martinis.
Hell yeah, so that's canonized. She doesn't know how to make any other type of alcohol, but specifically animal-friendly martinis, she's got it.
She knows how to make her own drinks. But
Okay, gotcha.
she figured out how to make animal-safe martinis.
Alright, cool.
And she makes them kind of frequently for Miko.
Hell yeah. That just paints a picture of Miko sitting in like a tanning chair, like one of those beach tanning chairs with like the little like straw hat over the eyes and sunglasses, sipping a martini.
Some Scooby-Doo.
Man gotta relax somehow.
Yeah, true.
Scooby-Doo ass shit.
That being said, we're gonna get back over. What's that little fun fact for Loki? For Loki Boki?
I actually do have one. This is
Okay.
actually a thing that I haven't gotten to explain, that I've just gotten to mention.
Okay.
Loki can see heat signatures. Like, he can switch between normal vision and heat signatures.
Heck yeah.
Like, actually?
Yeah, that's the thing with demigorgons. They can see heat. That's like a variant of their dark vision. Their dark vision is basically heat signatures.
Fair
Which
enough.
means he sucks to find undead, but if you're alive, he can find you.
Gotcha. We'll keep that in mind. So if you ever have to like deal with like undead in the night, I'll actually give you
What?
disadvantage.
Yeah,
This
no.
is so fucking funny.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
Does
no-
Loki use this at night mostly?
Yeah, no, so the thing with Loki is that
Wait.
he can switch, so if there's an undead, he can switch his heat sense off. It's just
Yeah.
more of that's his natural dark vision, is heat sense.
I'll let you know. You have to do that when you're looking for Ublex in the dark, because they don't radiate heat like at all.
Yeah, no, yeah, Loki's son is he's like, where the fuck's the body? Oh god.
It's fucking in front of you.
Loki has definitely tripped over Ublex at least once. In the
Looking for them.
while either looking for them or he just woke up, it's still dark, and he needs a drink and to go smoke outside. He needs to get out of the inside of the ship, so he's walking.
Well-
Ublex, I'ma walk down.
4 a.m.
Meanwhile,
cooking
Kirla,
session.
Oh,
unlike
boy.
all of those instances, why do you not know where Ublex is?
I can't see her.
But on the bright side, you don't have to worry about tripping over her now unless she actively goes out of her way to be blob form.
Just have to,
Good.
just to worry about running to slime boobs, I guess.
Yeah, I guess, yeah, true.
What is this? Well, I probably don't have to worry about that.
They're not real, man. It's
I don't think
okay.
I have to worry about that. I'm too short for that.
I mean, like, I'm gonna be honest. Anytime you collided into Ublex at the night, I'm just gonna let you know this is definitely a canon thing. For any like the people that were like around your height or shorter, if you bumped into Ublex at night, you definitely got sent backwards, like 5 feet, like on your ass. Because like,
God.
because they are a slime, so they
Boing.
don't really give. Yeah, like they're not a sturdy
4
structure.
foot
They just kind of
6.
bounce you back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
So now
if anything,
the
they're
one who
actually
mainly has
more
to
of a
worry-
hazard.
Now the one who mainly has to worry is Kirla, because Kirla is actually, decently tall.
Yeah, you're getting knocked back. Loki's getting knocked back if you bump into her at night. Usagi will more just probably, like, if she's walking, doesn't see him, he might get kicked and flung, but, like, like,
Oh my god. I'm not sure if that's better or worse.
I don't know. Like, I
I
don't know which
mean-
one's more humiliating.
Ublex will be mindful. Don't worry, guys.
I mean,
Cool.
By this point, Usagi should be used to things that are larger than him picking him up.
Truth.
Good point.
Borth.
I mean, also luckily for Loki. I mean, also unfortunately for Loki, it's like every morning. The morning is the worst time for anything to happen to Loki.
Yeah.
Because if they get into a fight in the early morning, he is going to need to start smoking and in the middle of fighting, drink, because he is like he can't see straight in the morning. He's sober, which is the problem because he's like, oh god.
Yep. Debuff come into play because of his feats. Because he's an
Yeah, my
alcoholic.
addictions.
His addictions. He has addiction feats. This is an actual mechanical thing.
Yeah, the morning sucks.
Yep.
Which is why he wakes up early. He's like, I need to get this over with.
Yep.
Fuck.
Okay, so quick little reminder. So in case anybody who's watching on YouTube, hi, hello. You might have realized we're missing an episode. For anybody that's not watching on YouTube, you might realize, and you might go on Spotify being like, oh, wait, but okay, there's no reason for this backlash. On YouTube, we are not able to upload the last episode because not only did we get copyright striked, but they completely blocked us from being able to put the video out completely. So it'll still be going up on Spotify. We're like double hauling, getting Spotify caught up on the video so that way y'all can actually see the fight. But I'm just gonna explain what happened in the last episode to the best of my ability, rather than just giving a quick rundown like I normally do, so y'all actually know. Yeah, we're gonna get to that.
We're gonna get to
Yeah.
that.
So the
Usagi, wait
player.
your fucking turn.
Okay.
The players essentially went into the throne room where they had ended off in the episode before that. They walked in, they rolled perception checks. A lot of people rolled horribly, except Usagi, who rolled a nat 20. He was on a roll that session with his nat 20s. But he noticed that the king, who was sitting on the throne with his head down, had like a bunch of stab wounds, and upon closer inspection, with Loki getting closer to it, they realized that he was dead. A Durla came around from behind the throne with whips ready to go and was basically blocked by a sword that was placed in front of him. As you guys, even with the nat 20 from Usagi, he didn't notice until after the sword was blocked in the way, just kind of giving an idea of the crazy stealth that was being used there. As Limius
Hi, Rio.
appeared, basically blocking off Ryu and his body just closing in on reality. That being said, they had some back and forth banter. If you want to know the full-on banter, I'd recommend watching the Spotify episode when it comes out. But it eventually led to the players and Limius not seeing eye to eye, and then eventually him essentially just issuing a challenge as he initiated combat. Nathio, throughout this fight, it was a rough fight. It was a really rough fight. He put out a giant 45-foot sphere of just black gas that a lot of the players were trying to fight in. Some had to run out because they were taking damage every turn they stayed in it, and they couldn't see. They had to roll disadvantaged perception checks to be able to see anything. So it was just a rough fight all around. Nathio went down and went into death saves. He is alive. Asta almost went down and into death saves, and the only reason why she got out and stayed alive was because Ublex managed to get her out. No, it was a mixture of Ublex and Loki helping her.
Loki shoved her out of the zone and then stayed in the zone to go find Nathio.
Yep. Loki also took a nat 20 in place for Nathio, who was going to take it. So he intervened on the attack, and it caused him to get a head injury, which is the most crippling injury of the bunch. On top of that, it gets worse. There was some actual creative thought process. There were some hits that were landing on Limius, but the AC was pretty high. But Lindry, using her head, did manage to use the gust to essentially slowly get rid of the gas that Limius was putting out. So eventually she was able to fully remove like one of his main gimmicks that he was using against the party. Meanwhile,
I'm so fucking proud of myself for that.
Ublex was also doing some fair share. Ublex actually like participating in the banter against Limius, which is something you don't see very often. I just want to put that out there. I was very proud of that. They got to do their own shots. They hit a few of their others' blasts, and like one or two of them missed. They try using darkness for themselves to try and hide themselves from Limius. So it was a mixture for Ublex. She helped escort Asta out of there too to get her to a safer area. And a certain rabbit, while he may have been biding his time, not really going to do too much at the very beginning. When the time struck, he used a gambler's dice to guarantee himself a nat 20 and did one big strike going behind Limius and striking him. He wanted to do it like directly up the ass, but like there's no ass because it's just a gashal form. So it was more like through the back, like lower back, essentially. It's kind of more what that ended up being. But basically just striking the sword.
102 damage, baby.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, he's a very sore loser.
Yeah. So Usagi basically got his sword through him, pulled it back out, and he was already planning on using legendary action, and rather than getting a line shot that would have hit 3 people, 2 PCs and an NPC, instead, he chose to direct it directly towards Usagi, using one of the gambler debts to cause an immediate nat 1, and did over 300 damage to Usagi, bringing him to death.
Worth it.
Near the end of the fight, Benjamin and Taka, Benjamin was riding on top of Taka in flight, they crashed through the window. Benjamin saw the dead body and pleaded for Loki and Kirilla to let him deal with this and asked them to leave the room. They did. They complied. And shortly after, they could hear an explosion with his charred corpse leaning against a pillar as Benjamin has passed away. Along with Usagi. They did carry their bodies out, and that is literally where we had to end off.
No!
So, we ended off as, I kid you not, everybody was walking out of the throne room. You're walking to the base where you could see that it seems to have calmed down, and that's where we ended. So, You guys, I guess question is, for the people that are still alive, you'll get your turn, Reed. Don't you worry, man. It's gonna be crazy.
It's gonna wait a while.
You get to hit the craziest gritty. You get to hit the nitty gritty, man.
You're gonna hit a backflip too. I can imagine it right now.
Dude, you do like 5. You know what? Roll me a D100. Let's see how many backflips you do while you're waiting in Yanessa's domain.
Jesus.
But But yeah, no.
He gets a +1 to his dexterity because of how many backflips he did.
Real.
Dude, okay. So actually, though, what do the live players still want to do? That's such a messed up thing to say. But what do you guys want to do? You guys have the dead corpses of your allies in your hands.
Asta's carrying Usagi.
Yeah.
Kira's
Loki,
got
who's
Benjamin.
half blind right now,
Yep.
is carrying Nathio.
Yeah. I'll be honest. One of the first people that would kind of like see you guys coming towards the blah 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 blah. Sorry, my brain died. The Navy base.
Yeah.
Would be Borth. So she
Oh
would,
shit.
yeah, she
Oh,
would
no.
kind of run up, and you can see she's gauging the like everything that she's seeing. She's seeing a certain rabbit is missing, as in like the fact of like more they're not walking, but they're being held. She can see as she's running up that there are 2 people being held up, and she can see that one is very much fried. Like there is bone and muscle tissue. Not really much skin. And you can see, like, she had a smile. So she was pretty excited. You could probably tell, like, things probably went pretty well at the base. And you
That's
can
good.
see that kind of smile kind of start to drip down and just go, is he...
No.
I'm
Would
sorry.
Loki know that? Would Loki know that Usagi was a follower of Yanessa? Yeah, he would.
Yes, he would.
Loki would go. He has a lifeline. He'll be back.
Right.
Why is there 3 of you?
Right. Okay, first of all, you... Okay, he's gonna come back, it's fine. It's
He'll
fine.
be back. It'll be
Oh,
maybe
boy.
a day or 2.
Yeah, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. When I find
will
that
be
fucking
fine.
Navy. Oh, when I find that fucking Navy. Right.
Oh boy.
Okay.
It wasn't the Navy.
Who was it? I'll kill them. Who?
Limius.
Oh,
Go
boy.
for him.
Tear his head off. Right.
Lord, please.
Okay, cool. Right. Here, Nathio. Not. Actually, no. What? You know what? Yeah, give me Nathio. And you. And she's gonna pick you up, Loki, too. And come here, you.
Why? Oh
Even-
God!
I'm not a doctor, but even
Because
I
you
can tell
have a
this.
concussion.
You
I'd
should be
imagine
seeing
there's-
three.
No, and also he would just look back as he's being carried. He'd look back at the hobgoblin. He goes, "Thanks for directing my walking."
You're welcome. I'm guessing this is one of your crew.
Yes, this is one of our cannoneers.
Get
Right.
him to Pike and make sure the kids are out of the way. I don't want them to see Benjamin like this.
Of course. We'll do that. And they're
Oh,
going
poor-
to the vice captain, even though he's not part of your crew, he is going to actually go with Loki to make sure that he's getting the proper medical treatment he needs.
Oh,
The
poor
captain,
man.
former captain of the guard. It's like, no.
Yeah.
Oh, poor Borf, man.
Yeah, no, Borg is that thing of like, like, it's like, she might be questionable in how she handles some things, but there is a form of care that she does tend to show towards people.
Yep.
Even it is a kind of extreme form of thinking, because it is a
Doesn't
no.
ma-
It's
doesn't
still
ma-
very much
Doesn't
there.
matter. Doesn't matter. It's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also,
Also,
It's a nice
I'll
detail.
be real. Loki definitely saw the 3 approach. He was like, "Wait, oh, you're taking Nathia. Okay. Oh God."
you can see, because never mind you guys did leave Pike to like work at the base. When you guys start to arrive at the base, you can see Pike is like working with like a bunch of like mixture of like battle medic clerics and just normal doctors that just don't have a class. Like just medical all around. There some of them are working on actually like healing the injured Navy. Like yes, yes, the Navy did cause some problems, but they're not going to leave them to die either. Because in that, yeah, because like they're already going to be kind of like in a bad position with the Navy now, but letting the people actually die will put them in an even worse position. So, basically, they're going to. You can see that they're still healing them nonetheless. They're just restraining them in the process. And you can see just a mixture of. It was a bloodbath. You can see that there are just as many Navy people hurt as there are just people from the riots. But you can see a mixture of, like, arrows that have been, like, covered in blood. That have just been thrown off to the side. You can see people that are been patched up, or they're currently having magic being used to be healed. Some of them are, like, having, like, antidotes being poured onto them, because some people might have been using poisons on, like blades and arrowheads, things like that. It was just a massacre from, like, both sides. This base has been devastated. The buildings inside that they were using for offices, sleeping quarters, training grounds, all this stuff, just ruined. It looks like the people in the riots, they probably did a mixture of going through the buildings while they were dealing with the riots and salvaging things that was probably theirs, or just taking things for themselves, even though the Navy were the ones that owned it at the time. It's just like a war zone. It's like looking at a mini war zone right now. But you can see Pike, just kind of off to the sides, kind of helping heal people as well as he can, as well as Lavana, who you can probably gauge that the ship has been docked, because they would have been sailing around the island just in case if any Navy were to try and find where they were at. It kind of kept them less of a sitting duck. So you can probably gauge that the boat has been docked yet again, because Lindry, who was on the boat with the rest of the crew, is now over here. No, Lindry, sorry, Lavana, as she is also helping heal, because she does have healing magic.
Nice.
So, you, Loki, would be brought over to Pike, because that's where you were going to be healed, if I remember correctly. So,
yeah.
So you're going to go get healed. What about Lindry and Ublex?
Okay.
She's taking Benjamin's body to the boat.
Okay. You can see Yori kind of look over. She's in the mixture of the crowd.
Oh boy.
She sees Benjamin's body, and there is almost an immediate look of just teary eyes.
Yeah, she doesn't handle death well.
Yeah, you can see her just kind of breathe in, kind of just give you a nod, and you see her just kind of teleport away.
Kirla just heads to the boat.
Yep. You'll be able to make your way over to the boat. What about you, Ublex?
I head off to the boat as well.
Okay.
Follow.
All right. So, before we get to the boat bit, because I feel like that's gonna take a bit.
Yeah.
Because that's kind of a grim sight. You're dealing with the dead of your party. Loki. Pike, upon seeing you, you see him look to his captain, and you can see him grip. Just he was currently using a bandage to kind of like patch one of the villagers up, essentially. Like you can kind of tell that a sword probably cleaved into their right shoulder a decent amount. You can see him kind of like, after he gets that done, you can see like he looks over, sees you, and you can see him just kind of grip that bandage thing just a bit tighter. And you can't tell if it's out of frustration or if it's just out of fuck. Just like that moment of, our captain has been injured. Shit. Type of thing.
That's fair.
You can see him just kind of run over. And just go, right, okay, Captain. How many of me do you see? How many fingers are you seeing here?
Okay.
How many fingers is he holding up?
How many is he holding up?
He's holding up 5.
Just 5 fingers? Okay. Loki's like, Um, he like blinks his one eye because his left one's probably closed. He's like 10, 15? No, that doesn't make sense.
Nope. Alright, yep, this is a concussion. Right, alright, boss, send him down there. We're gonna patch you up. We're gonna deal with this.
Yeah,
What happened?
We got to the king. He was already dead.
You'd like, I don't mention, like, he's gonna be wrapping up your head with like bandages and then applying magic essentially while you guys are talking.
That's fair.
And he would just kind of like, it's that thing like you can't see his face because he's kind of just behind you essentially, kind of like tying some bandages like off to the side. Like he's constantly moving around while he's doing this, basically making sure these bandages aren't going to give way at any point in time. And you can see him just kind of sigh, just right, okay. Well, if he was dead, what killed him?
Well, Adurla, who didn't look right. He had crystals growing out of him. He had tentacles that... Well, I think he was Adurla. He had tentacles coming out of his back that looked like they were made out of abyssal magic.
Right.
But he had crystals growing down his neck. He had 4 eyes, 4 arms. I don't know. He didn't look... He was also wielding whips.
Wielding what?
Wielding whips and daggers.
That doesn't make sense. None of what you're saying sounds normal.
No, and then he vortexed into nothing after Lemmius stopped him from attacking us.
You would feel as like one of the bandages that he was currently working on, he was kind of bringing it halfway around your head. You just feel him stop. And then continue. As he would just go, he's back.
Lemmius talked to us for a bit, and I guess he didn't like the way I didn't really get a chance to say anything, but Kirla, Ublex, and Usagi all said things to him and were talking to him. I was just kind of there. I didn't get a chance to say anything before he decided that we needed to prove our worth. I guess that we weren't a waste of time.
Right.
Um,
We might need to actually look into him if he's going to keep showing up like this.
Yeah, well, turns out, a sword that's going to decapitate someone hurts kind of a lot when you take the hit for them. He was going to kill
Right.
Nothio, but I took the hit.
Well, considering I actively saw him, somewhat at least, from the corner of my eye being seen, carried away to a different medic, it's probably for the better that you took the hit than him.
He was barely standing when the swing was going, so I couldn't let him take the hit.
Right. Alright, well, let's get you patched up. See what we can do about this.
And Benjamin...
I know. You don't need to. Yeah. He stopped by before he went over there. He was helping for some reason. He was with Taka. She had brought him over to this area. He wanted to hand out potions to help out the people. Apparently, the entire time that we had been in this island, while everybody else was doing other things, he had been just stocking up potions the entire time. He was prepping for something like this. He was ready. So he gave it to the people, And as soon as they were done, he wanted to go help. But I heard that boom, and I know there's only one thing that could have caused that.
He did that because he didn't want to see anyone else die, and Lemius had just, and I mean just,
Excuse me.
killed Usagi.
Damn it.
Like second before he walked in.
Next time you go into a fight, you're bringing me. You understand that. Not Asta. You bring me. She can't revive people, I can. We could have avoided this. She's not battle-hardened. She hasn't been to war. I have.
Then we've fixed that, and we've learned from that.
Good. I don't want this happening again.
I was mixed. I didn't know who knew what, but considering that you wanted to help the people, I'm glad you were helping the people, because it looks like they won.
I was able to keep a lot of people alive here, too. But... fuck. There's no winning in this. No matter what happened, people were gonna die. It was just choosing whether or not I let my own people that I care about die. I should have vouched to gone with you. That's on me.
It's alright. I was for you helping the people, in any case. If I'm gonna start a riot and cause people to fight for me, even if they don't fully know why, I don't want to send them to their death. I'm not a maniac.
Well, what's done's done.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Alright, well shut up and let's get this dealt with. And then
Okay.
go rest.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to work on that. I'm not allowed to do things. Oh god.
Mm-hmm. And we're gonna pan over.
It's just the quiet. Was I stocked
Who?
Two.
up? I was just looking like, was I stocked up on alcohol? I don't remember. just...
Don't worry, you'll get we'll get Usagi pretty soon here. Not yet, but it's getting close, buddy.
Fucking
Okay.
wait.
Just you wait. Trust me, it'll be worth it. So,
We're in your car week. Okay.
all right. So Ublex and Lendry, you guys again. It takes a bit to walk through this town, and then eventually you get to where you guys reported. They have properly docked this time at the actual port instead of the hidden port because the Navy are no longer a threat. So, literally, you guys would have been passing by the port on the way to where you guys had originally parked, and you would be able to see it off, the corner of your eye. You can see that there are no more kids on the, ship, so probably once they docked, the, lady probably went ahead and grabbed the kids and brought them, to a safe area, till all this were to blow over.
Hell yeah.
You can see that Kasheshe is actively fixing up the ship. It looks like it did take some hits. But it also looks like there's 2 or 3 other shipwrights from the island that seems to actively be helping him repair it.
Yay.
So the townspeople they do actually care about the help. So they are actually helping your crew as well, where they can.
Yay.
But you can make your way over to the boat with the 2 corpses. The corpse of Usagi and the corpse of, Benjamin. So Asta's kind of just trailing behind you guys with Usagi's body. I will also mention that she's been quiet the entire time.
Oh boy.
It is just silent.
Understandable.
Yeah. So what are you doing with the bodies?
Hero just wants to do a proper burial for him.
Okay. So there
Isn't
are
Bork planning on eating me or something?
there are different customs when it comes to burials in my world. There is just the typical one that any race has been known to use, where they just, they grab the body and they bury it in the land. There is the ashes, where you can do that. You can send the body out to sea, and as it begins to drift away, you can set the wood that they have been put into on fire and let the body burn with the sea.
That's
And-
honestly the one that I was thinking of.
That's fair. I was going to mention the other way is that this is typically done by the followers of Jaeger, who is the god of the ocean. They cast the body to the water and let the fishes eat away at the mass. Which is why you can often find skeletons at the bottom of the ocean.
Oh.
But yeah, so you can basically just grab some wood from Kisheshe and set up the rafts. It'll take you a little bit, but I mean, honestly, it won't take you enough time for it to pan over somebody else. It just, it takes the amount of time that, it's taking Loki to kind of, do his talk and kind of get patched up. You guys would set up these rafts and lay the two bodies, one for each, one for Usagi and one for Benjamin, and you'd push it out to sea. And Varara, who is your ranger, your robot ranger, you would see her, once they get far enough away, pull up a torch, light the arrows, and fire. As they would hit the corpses, they would light, ignite, and burn away as they drift away.
Oh.
As you bury them, technically. You give them a form of burial. As you honor the dead. Now.
Yeah, we're not pissing off the death god.
Yeah, you're not. Koskin will be pleased about that. He does care about burials. That is an actual thing. He cares about how you take care of it, because if you don't take care of it, it leads to the undead. And that's where Count Vaunt comes into play. That is a bastard of a god.
I want to mention, I haven't forgotten about the guy I have prisoner tied up in the middle of the fucking forest. I'm gonna go get him, or I'm gonna tell Pike about him.
You could just tell Pike, and
Dude,
Pike would inform Shin, who is he is actively, you can see where he's just kind of going through the crowd of Navy and checking down the list of you get to live, you get to die, type of thing.
Where's the old man?
Oh yeah, no, we're getting to that. We're getting to
Oh
that.
my God.
I just
Don't worry.
Look, I just want this to be the look. He's like, hey, one other thing. There's a Navy cap. We killed 2 of them. One of them walked off into Neverland. I don't know where he went. Keerless sent him somewhere. And another one I tied up and is in the woods off the path.
Are you talking about the old Navy man who walked up to us unarmed in the middle of a riot?
Yeah, I have his book.
Right.
Oh.
Loki just holds up the grimoire.
Yeah,
Just-
that was eventful when he came in. I'm going to be honest. I didn't expect a Navy person to walk up to us, unarmed, and ask where's the nearest tavern. In the middle of arrows being launched and blades being swung.
I'm more shocked he made it. I'm gonna be honest.
He also, I think Shen took him to the tavern and escorted him. But I think Shen told me that he's grieving at the tavern now because apparently his son was killed. Some man named Simon.
Oh God.
But he's
I don't
sulking at a tavern.
I didn't kill a Simon.
That's at least something. At least you don't have to have a guilty conscience.
I didn't. Loki just says I didn't.
You just look over to Shen to go, Shen, you said you have a person tied up in the forest?
I
Near
think
bush?
I think it's the druid. He's tied up next to a fallen tree.
Okay.
Kind of hit him.
Shen, there's a man tied up near a fallen tree. If you can go get him, he's in between the pathways of the castle and here. That would be good. And you can see he is actively, it's almost like watching a Grim Reaper. Because this guy's he's just going throughout the masses. like scanning, and then and just every now and then stopping and killing someone, and then continuing on.
Dude, he's gotta have like 200 temp health. Like, this is insane. Like, he is currently unkillable. He could probably tank a ballista bolt.
I want to mention, he would look back to you, and that's when you'd actually kind of see, but he has, just on his face, because you don't see a lot of his body, he covers a lot of his body, but you can see, like, on his face, on, like, his right cheek, there are probably, like, maybe 9 or 10 slashes. That, like...
No.
Like, they've closed up, probably because of what he can do. But there are, like, these closed up, just blade slashes across his, like, cheek. And, like, one going down the chin. And it looks like one nearly missed his left eye.
Dude, the temp health is wild.
Yep. And you would see him just give a nod and just walk off.
I think it was a druid? I don't know.
That's...
Summoned lightning.
That was probably a druid. And Ublex, I'm just gonna let you know something. As you continue, you would probably, like, go through the ship, right? Just kind of checking on people,
Yeah.
doing Lindry?
Yeah.
Okay. So, I'm imagining, I know you and Lindry probably would have different areas that you guys would probably check, right? So I'm going to ask Lindry as well, but what would you check on the ship? Where would be your first place to think to go? To try and go look around for people and check on them.
I tried to head toward the wheel
Okay,
area, that kind of area near the kitchen kind of deal.
cool. So do you go in the kitchen?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
See if anyone's there.
so when you step into the kitchen, you see, like, what seems like a red blood cocoon forming.
Oh my god!
Oh,
Another one?
Yep.
Another fucking one?
No, the other one's more like an egg. This is more like a cocoon. It's also been clearly stated it's made of blood.
Oh.
Hey,
I'm gonna give
Usagi.
it blood. I'm gonna give it fish blood.
Oh boy.
So,
Oh, why do I... Oh, wait a minute.
you can see on it is a little note taped to
Oh
it.
great.
It's a pink sticky note, and it's very fancy writing.
Oh god, I think I know who this is.
hi, Anessa.
Oh, okay,
Yep,
I know
yep.
what this is.
Okay, go on.
Okay, so when you look at it, you don't know why, but you can almost feel like you can hear her exact words in your head with her voice talking to you. And then you realize, no, she actually just, like, connected into your head and decided to talk to you
What?
directly.
Okay.
You're not hearing it. She's just choosing to talk to you now. But you just hear her just kind of go, "Hi, hope you're well. I saw some things that went a little iffy. So I've done some stuff. I know for you it hasn't even been a week, but in the blood domain it's been a week now. So I went ahead and restructured your little bunny friend. I know, you can thank me later. You can try and process the mixture of grieving and happiness at the same time. Best of luck. Oh, right. Remember that if you don't see Lindry, I don't know if she's in the area. I guess I could just look. And you just see an eye just kind of like come into fruition, like out of a portal. And you just kind of look around in the kitchen and not see Lindry. You just go, all right, well, let Lindry know I need to talk to her. I did a little experiment. Bye.
You chose the kitchen. Okay.
It'll hatch in
Oh,
one day.
Experiments?
It'll be fine.
Don't worry about it.
Oh no!
Don't worry about it.
Listen, I told her
Food
the
in here.
specific things I told her the specific things I cared very, very much about.
Mhm.
So I'll be fine, probably.
I
Doubtful.
rolled. It was all up to the dice, baby.
Oh,
All up to the dice.
Oh no.
Nothing is
Come on, man!
guaranteed.
You've been blue balling me on this for an entire week.
You'll find out in a second here.
Oh,
but
Have some
yeah,
patience.
Yeah. I mean,
okay.
dude, you know how I do, man. I drag you all across everything.
Yep.
So, I guess the one thing, because you will hatch in a day, meaning you literally show up in the morning for them, essentially.
Okay.
So the question is, because essentially what it's doing is that while that blood, like, cocoon is there inside the kitchen, it's essentially, like, forming the last bit of the mortal body that you need to make sure that, like, it's basically just making sure, all right, arteries, check, kidney, check, heart, oh, that's not working right. What's wrong with it? Let me...
Okay.
Like, that type
That's
of thing.
gore.
Like, yeah,
This
like...
is terrifying as hell. That's no.
Okay.
This is scary. Excuse me?
Dude, like she's the person that will look at a heart and just go, "Oh, it's got a crack. Let me just put some duct tape on it. There we go, brand
Ew.
new." But yeah, no, she wouldn't do that. She actually does know. She makes people all the time, but you get the idea. She's essentially having to remake your entire body. So
Yeah.
yeah. So I guess the question is, before we get into the next day, is there anything that anybody needs to do within the day? Because it is very obvious that a lot of you guys would probably want to rest. Like, a lot of you guys are either injured, heavily injured, or at the very least you would be fatigued from a fight like that. Because you didn't just deal with the captains, you dealt with Limius. And you ran through an active war zone and dealt with a stealth mission. It's been a chaotic day.
I know Loki wouldn't. He would. There's one thing I know Loki would do on the same day
Okay.
with all the bandages and whatnot.
Okay.
Which let me double check. Which he'd probably do it whenever he got back.
Mm-hmm.
He would want to go talk to Yanessa.
All right.
Oh boy.
So
He's got some shit he needs to say.
all right. So unless everybody else needs to do something as well, we'll just quickly hop over to Yanessa real quick. Ublex and Lindri, are you guys good?
I mean, as soon as Kira's told, hey, Inessa wants to talk to you.
That's fair. So we'll do this then. Ublex, you'll bump into Lindri, and all of your slimy goodness. Now that's a horrible saying. That is a horrible. That is, I don't like that one. I don't like that wording. That was horrible wording. That was horrible wording. I am so sorry.
I don't leave like a trail. I'm gonna stay, okay? I'll pass. I have decorum. I'm
hey
demure.
guys,
Lex
this
is a
is
slime, not an ooze.
yeah. Hello everybody.
Yes.
This is my apology video. I apologize heavily for offending the slime people. I hope you guys can forgive me. Is there a
all
ukulele
plasma.
somewhere?
Oh my god, get the fuck out of here.
Alright.
Crazy work.
So yeah, no, you'll bump into Lindri, not physically, and you'll just kind of let her know, hey, like this is the thing I would imagine,
The
right?
fucking blood clot in my damn kitchen is. I guess it's Usagi.
What? Show me.
Yeah, come with me. It's kind of disgusting, but there's a little note.
Oh my
I
God.
mean, there's a note.
Vanessa.
I love the thing of Ublex's new fear unlocked, blood.
Blood egg.
Weird blood eggs appearing out of fucking nowhere.
The other one was just a red egg that was transparent. This one's just an actual like blot of blood. Like
Jesus.
Kirla walks into the kitchen with Ublex and just, yeah, that's definitely Inessa's work. Why is it in the kitchen?
you
Maybe
feel
he
like
was
as
hungry.
if you can feel as if at that very second you say why is it in the kitchen, she would just go, well, I thought you'd find it easier that way. Oh right, come with me.
Oh goodness.
And you feel your body warping. And as you were warping in, you see Loki. How do you open the door?
Not the way you're supposed to.
Which is
It is the most crippled hip bump.
good. Alright, you did it correctly. Alright, yeah. You open the door, it gives out just fine.
He hip bumps it, and then he has to stand there for a moment, just like, God, fuck. Alright. like
not meant for the
physically
weak.
drained.
Oh god. Yeah, so she like wore. You see her actually like swirling her fingers. You see like Kirla's body or Lindry's body, just kind of like basically swirl into being, and then you just like you just walked in. You see the body swirling into being, and it's just the most. You see her look at you and then just go, oh, well, this is coincidental. Oh. Right, okay. Well, I'll deal with you in a second, Snake Boy. Okay, so...
A chance to
Snake
catch my
boy.
mental
Yeah,
ability to
yeah.
think.
Oh god.
Right, so, Lindry, hi, how are you? You doing good?
I've-
How you doing?
Been better.
Yeah, I saw the things. Right. Well, this actually does slightly pertain towards that, and you might be happy, or you might be really mad at me. I don't know which. I'm still getting my morality set into place. So, because normally,
What did you do, Anissa?
well, here's the thing. You see, normally, in other worlds, normally I'm not this friendly towards the mortals. Normally I just send a bunch of blood monsters and let it ravage the world and then kill their gods. But, I don't know. I just really liked something about when I came to
fair.
this world. There was just, something just felt different. I think it was Kikus. I think Kikus changed me. But,
Vegas does that.
yeah. I'm normally not this nice. But, so, apologies if this comes off a little bit more aggressive. So when I was making,
Aggressive.
Usagi's little new body,
Uh-huh.
I was experimenting around, and I really like what I made. Right? I really like what I made. And, I thought, you know what? What if I just take that body and I duplicate it, and
What?
then I give it some different look. So so there's like a different version of Usagi.
What?
But they
Ah.
look slightly different. Different color fur. Different. I gave him a different color kimono. Oh yeah, he's good. Yeah, they'll get a whole new kimono. Don't worry. Usagi, so you don't have to see just a naked rabbit like in your kitchen. Nobody wants to see that.
Oh god.
Yeah. So he'll have a new kimono from me.
God.
It's gonna be red.
Thank the gods.
But yeah. So, here's the
I want to
thing.
mention
saw-
Loki's just standing there.
I saw that one of your allies perished during all of this.
Yes.
I also saw that someone tried to enact a lifeline on him, and because his soul was unwilling, they were not able to. The Shade, Lemmius, he tried to do that for him. He also tried to do it for Usagi.
Lemmius is the one that killed them.
Yeah, I was watching that. That was sad. It's hard for me to come at it with a obscenely, more mortal standpoint, because I myself have never gotten myself attached to people. This is the first time I've ever even actually gone out of my way in a world to even talk with my followers. So I will try to show my best sympathy, but thing is, I looked into the man's past. He was a good man. A really good man.
He was.
He dropped basically everything for a promise he gave. And even after the person he swore to protect died, he continued to stay in a ship that was, quite frankly, horrible for his health, and continued to try and protect the people he cared about. I also realized I talked with a certain god. Apparently he didn't follow a god for the majority of his life until he joined the crew, the Catastrophe Pirates. Apparently he began following Jaeger, the god of the ocean, and he would pray every day for safe travels for the party, because he was always afraid that horrible storms could always happen. And not just that, but he was praying for the people that you fought, because he did not wish for them to die. Souls
Okay.
like that aren't found very often.
I was trying to find somebody that could take his position so he could spend a bit more time relaxing.
Of course.
And if he wanted to leave.
I don't think he could have brought himself to leave, at least from what I've seen. But this is where I'm getting to. You see, when people die in your world, they get one of three options. And some of them might get sealed off, counting on how they live their lives. Actually, four. Well, actually, the fourth one isn't an option. It's just more guaranteed if you mess up that badly. There's hell, which is the one that's guaranteed. There's not an option that you pick. It just happens to you. But if you're a good enough of a person in life, you can choose to go to heaven, or the seven heavens, sorry. Some worlds have different layers. This one has 7 layers of heaven. Meaning that you have 7 layers of the celestial plane. You have nirvana, which is where the people who were essentially too neutral to be given access to Celestia, but not bad enough to be sent to hell. And rather than choosing reincarnation, they chose to stay in the afterlife. That's where people form and become ghosts and live in the spirit realm. The undead realm. And then there's people who can just choose to go for reincarnation, which, as long as you're either good or bad, you may go there. He was in the running to go into the celestial plane, into the 7 heavens, but he wanted to be reincarnated, from what Koskin told me. Apparently, his reasoning was that even though he wouldn't remember the crew, because his memories would be wiped, he still wanted to at least know, at his final moments, that he might still be able to run into the crew once more. So, you see, when I made that duplicate, if I were to just release it with no soul, it would be a monster. It would attack irrationally, have no thought process, have no morals. But if I were to give it a soul, it would retain the morality of that person. I'm not saying he would come back in that new body as Benjamin. He'd still be a new person. But in a way, he would still be with you. It's still a new person, but I think you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Would you want for him to be in your crew, even though he will no longer be the very man he once was?
If that's what he wanted, then yes.
Okay.
I won't force him to do something he didn't want to do.
Of course.
But if he wanted to potentially come back and run into the crew again, then yes.
To be honest, he had only bargained to know that he could at least run into you at some point, but I think him being able to actually be with the party, something that he probably wasn't able to even imagine, I think that'd make him all the happier.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you can see yourself out unless you have anything you need, but I will make that happen. It won't be instantaneous, because tethering a new body to an old soul, and I have to repair his soul, it'll take some time. I'll make sure that he's set to be a lookout, and I might peek in from time to time to ask you some questions on what type of lookout. But for now, you should rest your mind.
Thank you.
Of course. Please take care of herself.
I'm trying.
And she snap a finger as you would teleport out. And then she'd look over to Loki. Hello, Loki. How you doing?
Oh boy.
I'm standing.
I can see that. That's a good thing. So, what can I do for you?
I came to make a bargain.
I'm listening.
It's kind of two things I had to ask about, and if one of them costs me, if both or one costs me dearly, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
But these chains I have are great, but they don't spec into what I'm actually good at, which is just taking a hit.
Mm-hmm.
So I was wondering if you could enhance my weaponry to more go off of the strength of, well, I guess my blood or my body.
We
Less
can
so
make
my
that
actual...
happen.
And perhaps something also like a blade I could reach out with to hit a little bit further. I don't know. I didn't feel like I could keep everyone as safe as I wanted. I nearly got my head shattered, but
Loki, I mean this in the nicest way possible. You've been on the run for so long.
yeah.
If you were at your full potential from when I first met you, this wouldn't have been a problem.
I know. I'm not honestly sure what happened. I also lost connection to that spirit I used to talk to.
It's going to take you some time to get back to your strength. And until you're back to your strength, as long as you're going down this road, it's going to be rough. And you're not going to be able to protect everyone. But if you can at least try what you can, like what you did today, that is all that can be asked.
And that's what I'm gonna do.
But don't get yourself killed either. Whether you realize it or not, your life is worth something to your crew. And as a follower to me, you're also worth something to me. I know you well enough to know that you don't realize that.
Yeah, I'd be lying if I said I put much value in myself.
You should put more into you. Because once you're dead, that's it. I can bring you back, sure. And other gods can bring you back. But once your soul is gone, that's it. Koskin might not get to reincarnate your soul because the people that hunt demigorgons don't aim to just kill them. They aim to destroy your soul. Do not let that happen. You need to value your life more. Because you might not get another shot. Now, is there anything else?
There's something else that this is the part that I think might cost me. Which is fine. There was someone else on the crew that disappeared. I believe his name was Mollis. I'd found his notes and things he'd written in his room. Which is something I'd learned, and through that I learned about the admirals and the Navy's people. There's someone on the Navy. There's an admiral that he wanted revenge on more than anything else.
Kai.
God, yeah. I know how much revenge can chew away at someone's soul, especially if it's left to fester uncontrolled in a way where you can't get back at the person. I don't want to damn him to a fate where he becomes the worst version of himself.
Of course.
Could I get something that would allow me to temporarily bring him back to fight beside us to help kill Kai when we get to him?
I don't know if I could get you an item that could bring him back, but he's in another dimension. He's not just in another world. But he's also from a dimension that I'm from. I'm not from this one. I might be able to reach out to an old friend to make something like this happen, but I don't think I could give you an item for it. It would be more of... I would have to keep an eye on your party, and should you collide with Kai, I could summon him from his dimension temporarily. But that would only last for a minute. After a minute, he would have to go back. Unless I can manage to strike a deal with the god to extend that duration. And I'm not talking about the god that I gave him to, which was Yavina. I'm talking with the big four that run that dimension. And not just that, but I have to run it past my own god. I might be strong, but there's a god that runs this dimension, and that is the originator. Meaning I have to get through 5 gods to make this happen. I will try, but I can't guarantee it. And if I can make it happen, understand, yes, I will definitely require a price. A bit of a bigger price than what I typically ask for something like this. But I'll look into it. As for your blood chains, I could make that happen. We could give them blades on the ends. It does mean I'd have to have your current chains with me so I can convert them into blood. So you'll need to give me some time. It'll probably take a day or 2 of your world's time to have it done. And I'll figure out what I want from you later.
Alright. Fair enough.
Alright.
I definitely can't think straight, but I wanted to say all this before I forgot.
Of course. It's better you at least do what you, the captain, thinks you should do, rather than holding your tongue. You need to get rest. So, you should leave.
Bye. And he'd leave.
Alright. So, besides that, the rest of you will rest up till the next day.
Hey.
Yay, I still have 6 more days on this fucking debuff.
Oh, man. Yeah.
My health.
Okay.
Oh, my health is reduced too.
So,
I'm now disarmed from my whips, motherfucker.
the next morning would come to be. I'm gonna guess, this is just a thought. I'm gonna imagine because a certain someone's supposed to form inside the kitchen, a lot of people are waiting in the kitchen. It's just an assumption.
Yep.
I do feel like a lot of the crew would do it at least.
Yep.
Kirlo would be waiting in the kitchen, but she would have Miko making sure Loki stays in bed.
Loki's outside. He needs to smoke.
Don't you smoke in bed?
No, because I'm not doing that.
You know what make the
Fine.
room smell like
Miko
smoke?
would carefully lead you outside.
Oh yeah, because I am like quarter blind right now.
Good point.
Yeah,
Like, Miko does not leave your side type of
Okay.
thing, because
Is
Kisla has
Miko
told him.
bigger than me? I have to ask that.
Yes.
Miko like 5 feet tall, or like 4
Yes.
feet tall. He's a big dog.
Miko is larger than you are.
Uh,
Problem. Miko is larger than you are, and
Okay.
Kirla has ordered him.
Ow.
You will stay by his side.
Okay.
He will not do anything too strenuous.
God, just let me
man.
drink in peace. Just let me drink. If I don't drink, it'll be worse. I need to rest, but I also need to not be seeing quadruple.
Oh god. So
There is a bottle of alcohol on the nightstand. You're fine.
No.
So, getting onto the main track of things, because a player finally
Okay.
can re-enter back into the game, I just want to let you know, I spent time to actually sit down and draw this.
Let's see it.
So, Usagi, you feel as if your soul once again has a body, but you feel
Yep.
like there's just like you feel like you finally gained some senses, like you gained the sense of feeling, and you can feel like this like
Finally.
squishiness. Like, you know, like that, like you don't know what it is, but you know that's blood. You can feel this
Okay.
like liquid, like this viscous liquid just all around you.
Okay.
And then you just hear this like for everybody else, what you see is you see the like giant bulb of blood just deform and make a puddle.
Okay.
As you see standing, covered and drenched in blood, is Usagi. This is a few changes.
Usagi does
so-
feel different.
Oh
Oh
my
my
or sorry,
Oh my God, I have
she's looking a
hits.
bit different. Yeah, I left it up to roll. You asked to try and be man still. I literally rolled for it. I gave it advantage because you actively went out of your way to ask for it.
Oh,
You want to
no,
know what I
happened?
rolled?
What?
Yeah, Nessa
He's rolling
rolled.
that one.
She rolled a 3 and then a 7 on a D100.
So the answer was no.
Yeah. So I mean, you kept the majority of your
Okay.
slender body, but you've got a little bit of hips going on there, a little bit of
I don't-
legs.
I don't care about that.
yeah.
I don't care about.
Yeah.
Yes!
Yeah.
I mean-
Dude,
I have.
Yes!
I don't.
I'm just gonna.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna quickly like. Can I just turn around and look inside my corona to see if the all important anatomy is still there? I assume it's not, but
Look inside your cloak. Yeah,
Yes.
you can look inside your cloak. Yeah, go ahead. You don't see that anatomy that you're looking for is there. But you do see two balls on your chest, which is a little odd.
okay, well,
But you have a blue scarf
Right.
just for the visual, people, for the listeners
Okay.
only.
I assume my voice is the same.
That is up to you as a player, but you have this
the
like
same.
black kimono that is pretty form-fitting,
Okay.
with a little blue belt that goes around the waist, a little blue scarf, a lighter blue for the scarf, and then like you still have the white bit of your fur, but you realize you have a tanuki tail, with like these brown stripes that go across it, and like like how raccoons have those little like bandit eyes, they have that little mask that forms on it. You have that, but like in like a very dark brown patch that goes
Can
around
someone-
your eyes, and like the tips
someone
of your
hand me
ears
a
are
mirror?
brown. You still have your hat too.
Can someone?
Yeah.
The first thing I'm gonna say is, someone hand me a mirror, please.
Kirla, struggling not to laugh.
Oh,
You look great!
I'll be the judge of that.
How very
Nope, I'm spitting alcohol.
Oh, bullshit.
You go look at my mirror. So,
yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah.
s-
somebody
gonna
go get
sigh.
Austin Borf. I want to
I'm
know
just
their
gonna-
reactions.
They're
I
all
know,
here.
right?
I'm just gonna sigh
Uh-huh.
and
Okay, I know I'm half
Clearly there are
blind,
some-
but is that real?
clearly there are some adjustments to be made
So
internally and externally.
here's the thing, right?
Somebody go get Asta and Borf. I want to see their reaction to their
Yeah.
Where's
new...
Levon? Where's Levon? She might be able to
Girlfriend.
help me with this. Where's Levon? She might be able to help me with this.
So I'll go and let you guys know this real quick. The only person that
God.
isn't in the kitchen right now, the wash was Lavana. But
Oh,
Of course.
but of course. But here's the thing, right?
Oh
You
God.
can
How
see,
did
you look around and it's like Shen
I... God.
is like stone faced. He is like, you don't know if they're surprised or not. Because it's
Oh
Shen.
my God.
You can see that Pike just kind of looking over, like there is a bit of bafflement from both Pike and Yori. Like, wait, what the? Hold on, wait.
I don't
is this the
understand
same
it
guy?
either, man.
Ferrara is
And the- and the
Ferrara.
vo-
Yeah.
And like the masculine voice is exactly the same, so
You see that Verara is getting like, you can see her just kind of like very lightly, very quietly going air. There's like a little question
Oh,
mark
great.
and an exclamation mark on her face for the screen
I was
area.
just assuming it was a loading circle. That's what I had been picturing. Just a fucking like.
I like
Hot.
the error though.
Yeah. Data information incorrect.
Oh,
Data information
Christ,
incorrect. Like that's the type of thing going on. You can see like Kashesha and Gildar, like they're holding back, just like a formal laughter. Like you can see that they are very much just like like looking away type of like. There's that smile of like they're trying to be nice about it. They're trying.
Oh no.
Leo's
Love
just here,
it.
like, no, this is fine.
Wait, am I
because
gonna
he's never
lose my
met you.
girlfriends because of this?
Dude, well, I mean, you'll find out.
Wow.
Make sure I'm
Demigorgon
going down
coughing.
everybody.
Because he's laughing too
my
hard.
God.
Nathio and Tito are more just kind of amused at this. Like it's more
Not
just like
helping.
they're looking at it like, ah, no, this is funny. Like they're not even trying to
It's
hide
not
it.
helping.
Like there's just like
It's not-
snickering.
This is embarrassing.
And you look over and you can see Asta, like you can see there's like a smile on her face, and it is almost
Oh,
like
no.
you don't know if she might be more into that or not. You're not
Wait,
sure.
really?
She's
Okay.
she's bi.
I suppose
Yeah.
given her worship, that's not surprising.
Yeah. Considering not just her
But
like what she worships,
what
but also
about-
because what she worked.
Yeah.
So here's actually the fun one I gotta do is Borf.
Oh,
Because
God.
you wanna know why it's fun? Because I have to roll one, because she's the only one I never rolled sexuality for. So I'm gonna one, roll right here and right now
Sweet
what her sexuality
God.
is, and two, if she feels a sudden shift.
Oh no. Please don't make me lose this. Oh god damn it. And I'm all out of gambler's dice.
I'm
She-
sure it's fine.
I wanna let you know this. She was
What?
straight. You have been like an awakening to her.
What? What do you mean by that? I mean,
You can see like just like this is the best way to put it, right? You look at Borf and like you see like at first it's like a wait, no, who is it? Wait, oh wait, this is Usagi. Wait, no, I don't know how to, and then you just see like it is, you can tell she's like fighting emotions, and then there's that like, wait a second, well, I kind of
Gay confusion! Gay confusion!
Like there's the thing, like she's blushing, but she's smiling, but she's not. Like she's not, like there is that like running
Gay
of like
panic.
what the hell?
I can't
Yep,
tell.
gay panic.
Am I like the one that changes the orientation by accident
Possibly.
in this situation?
Yes, apparently.
Yeah. There
Well, I
is.
suppose that.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose that's better than losing attraction entirely.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. At the very least, you haven't lost your girl.
All right.
You honestly, you can probably easily gauge that. Oster probably normally leans towards more of this than the other.
Well, honestly, this could
Nope.
substantially increase my possibilities for
Yeah?
getting into places.
Indeed, because guess
Oh,
what?
he's on the ground.
Everybody.
Guess,
I want to
guess
mention.
what I have?
There's two other things that should be mentioned
I
because
have
you
man,
can add
great, I
these
have
two-
man boobs now.
Well, I mean, no,
What-
you're very much woman at this point. I'm going to be straight up with you, like yeah.
Once Levon is done with me, perhaps not.
Who knows? But here's what I'm going to tell you right now, right? So first of all,
Yes.
with you being reborn and being made by the blood goddess, there are some little things you get. Just like how a certain Oni at the time, Grieger, got his own special
Yeah.
perks from being, getting his first lifeline. So, here's the things. You can add a +3 to your charisma.
Fucking Christ. His
Are you
charisma's gonna
kidding
be
me?
insane.
Yeah.
It's already 23.
So it's at 26 now.
Okay, let me just add that.
How second
do
of
I
thing,
do that?
because
Do I just do that
you
manually?
can
or-
just go to the sheet and then click
I can
on the
just-
stat number, and then you can just like type it in. So like like if you click on charisma, and then it'll pop up on the right
what's the
side.
override
It'll say like,
score?
other modifiers and override score. You can just go to override
Okay.
score and type in the new number, which would be 26 for you. So yeah.
Or
Oh,
just
God,
go to other
okay.
modifiers and add.
Now my deception is +14, by the way.
Heck yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Second thing, you naturally, because it's the blood goddess and what she kind of messes around with,
Yeah.
you naturally gain expertise and performance.
Okay.
And you get a special feat that you
Oh,
can
I
add
add-
to your character.
How do I add? Oh, yeah,
So
that's-
You want me to do it?
do you want
can
him
just
to
adjust
do
it
it so
for
you
you.
don't have to mess with it? It's up to you. Because normally you just click onto the skill where it says performance, and then go to the right
Yeah.
side where it says customize, click on that.
Yeah.
And then it says skill proficiency level. You click on that and then you add expertise.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Well, now that's +14 as well.
Yep. And one last thing. You're going to add a feat to you, and it's going to boost your AC a bit.
Oh, good, finally.
Dude, okay, so you get to
Oh,
add,
you're not
you
gonna
go
be
to your
happy.
feet. This is something that affects how you walk as a person.
What do you
I
mean?
know
So
exactly
you get
what
to
you're
add
saying.
a feat called stripper strut. I can't kid you. Yeah, you get to add that.
Wait,
Because you're dealing with the
I have
blood
an
goddess
idea.
that is also the goddess of lust.
How do I... Okay, how do...
Yeah.
where's that? Okay.
So if you go to features and
Features
traits on
and
D&D
traits.
Beyond, and then go
Manage
to feats
feats.
and manage feats,
Okay.
and then stripper strut, it should be near the bottom area of the homebrew.
Okay, let me see here.
Yeah. So by doing that,
Oh
you
my
get some
God.
stuff. You get a boost to your AC because it adds your charisma modifier onto your AC.
That's 24.
Yep. And
Oh
you
my
always
God.
have a passive performance while walking of 10 plus your performance modifier.
Are you
that's
fucking kidding me?
So you have a 24 performance passively while you're walking around town. So you might...
Oh.
Yeah. So that...
So you
that-
might
okay.
seduce people while you're walking through town.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet
yeah.
God. Okay.
Now I will let you
Crazy
know that...
Oh
feat-
shit!
that feat, if you
What
ever...
do you mean, oh shit?
If you get yourself shifted, you lose what you got going on right now. Because I know you want to do
I
that. I'll
have a
let you know
better
right now.
idea.
You will lose the stripper strut feat. Just give you a heads up.
no!
But yeah,
God damn it. But I need my... Oh, man. But I want the AC bonus.
I
though.
just had a
Too bad.
realization.
I get it. Yeah.
Alright.
Unless...
I have an idea.
Mhm.
I have an idea.
Mhm.
I need to talk to Lavana immediately.
Okay.
I have an idea.
What was
Hey,
the thing from... Yeah, Anya.
Problem.
What? What?
Usagi seduces people by walking, right?
Yes.
I have a possible solution to this.
Borf.
Mm-hmm.
Murder.
Oh no.
The stalker gets pissed
Can I
at
just-
the rabbit Tanuki. Or
Okay,
at the
probably-
people who are being seduced by the rabbit
sh-
Tanuki.
I'm sure we can.
Yo.
I'm
And
sure
goes
we can
on a
talk
fucking
about-
murder spree.
I'm sure we can talk this out.
How is
No,
Usagi gonna
you
stealth
ain't talking-
now? This is what
I
I'm
have-
thinking about.
A
Yeah,
plan,
true.
perhaps.
Yeah,
Man,
plan.
none of your
but-
plans
but-
work.
The plan
I don't
in
do
question.
sometimes.
Hiding the
Sometimes.
voluptuous curves, I guess.
I
Very,
have a
This is a
plan.
legitimate problem.
No,
Yeah,
I have a plan.
yeah.
Trust me. Where's Lavana? I need to talk to her immediately.
You can find Lavana. She's normally in her room.
Okay.
That's where she's normally at.
Hmm.
But also, yeah, what was the
oh,
bit that
okay.
Issa was trying to say real quick? Because there's so many people talking at the same time. What were you saying?
Oh, I
about
said
curves?
just gonna hide your voluptuous curves, I guess.
Yeah, that's truth. That's truth.
Don't kimonos do that?
The kimono, I mean, like, you've seen the picture of the kimono. So the kimono, like, normally they're a little bit on the baggy side, but, she's made a little bit
This
more
one isn't.
form-fitting.
You whore.
I need to get one that's a little bit less.
Dang. I'll also mention this, and it's something that you can go... I don't know if you ever write down your heights for your characters on your sheet somewhere.
My fight's fucking 4 foot.
Yeah, so you're now 4'1.5". So she actually upped your height.
By
So you're 4 and a
6
half.
inches.
Yeah, 6 inches
6
doesn't
inches.
show, yeah.
That's fine.
Loki.
How tall is Asta
Laughing
again? I need to
violently.
do some quick math.
Asta, hold on, I gotta go check. I gotta pull up her sheet for this, hold on. You threw this at me very last second out of nowhere. Actually, no, we got it up on here, 5'8". We got it up on the crew.
Okay, wait a minute.
Yeah.
My god.
Okay, wait a minute.
I just look over at Discord and I just see
Well-
just on Spotify by Issa.
Well, one
listening
last
to
thing.
Sad
How
girls
tall is-
love money.
How tall is
Yeah.
how's Borf again?
Borf is tall. I think she's like 7'3" in the middle check.
Okay, I'm
we
about
have
to
it written
compare
down.
something.
7'3". Yeah, you can always go to the crew in case you ever forget heights of
Okay.
the character or something like that. You can always
Alright,
check.
give me a...
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, Borf's a tall person because she's a gnoll. Gnolls are big people. So.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna put... I failed to see the problem with this height increase. 1 second.
Mhm.
Let me just post this.
Yeah. No, I checked. I just want to let everybody know Loki's actively
Well,
coughing violently mid-sip.
I failed to see the problem with this. I failed to see the problem
On
with
the
this.
ground.
Yeah,
Just can't
yeah.
breathe.
Okay. Alright, I need to find the llama. Okay. Alright, I have a... You wouldn't happen to... You're a witch. You wouldn't happen to specify in gender swapping, would you? Perhaps?
You see, like, she looks up from her book, like, she hears that, she's like, oh, good to hear you.
Yes, I'm used to that. Yes, I'm used to that. Yes, I'm used to that. You wouldn't happen to know anything about that, would you?
Oh, see, it's almost tempting to say no. Okay, so...
No, I don't need a permanent one. If I could go back and forth, that would be very convenient for me, considering the usefulness of this gestures to body in getting into places.
Yes, I can see what you're talking about. So there's two options we can go about this. So are you wanting to fully remove your amazing... It's kind of stares for a bit.
Well,
or are you wanting to, or are you wanting to make it just more of like a shift in between?
The latter, because
that would be a waste.
Because looking like this, I could probably get into places very conveniently.
Of course, and you could go to a tavern with me from time to time and, dance a little with me, if you want, make a little bit extra money.
I will consider that option, but you're saying it's possible.
Oh, yes, of course. Right. So, let me, and you
Breathe
see her
air,
just start...
drink tea.
You see her just kind of like start going through her books, like, alright, let's see. Which one's the gender doctor? No, not you. Not you. No, not you.
If this actually works, then this okay.
Alright, and you're going for more polymorph, so Renegade's not the man for this one. Let's see. Oh, here she is. Okay, I'll give her a ring. It's kind of hard to get a hold of her, because I think she's in a different world right now. But... I'm pretty sure if I do a little bit of dabbling, I might be able to get a hold of her. Because we're going to need 2 witches' expertise, besides just mine.
Right.
I'll be helping with it as well. So what we're going to need, there's a woman named Vilva. You're going to need her help.
Oh God.
There's also...
Of course that's her name.
There's also just... You know your dear friend, Ublex. The little slime.
Yes?
Yes. Yes, you see, she... By the way, the two of you have had such an amazing glow up. Honestly, pop off.
I like being a man, thank you.
That's a shame, truly. So... You see, there's this witch that she follows, named Hamalicia. She's a little bit more reclusive and a little bit harder to get in contact with, but I promise you, she is well worth her time and magic. You see, normally the gods wouldn't allow her to come to this world. That's why she stays afar, and that's why she uses patrons. Little people to do her work, to do her bidding, to find information. She just loves information.
Okay.
That's all she cares about. Thing is, she has a few spells dabbling on this. So she mixes her, expertise in polymorph with Vilva's expertise in, lust. And I mix my expertise in the human anatomy and blood and organs to make sure your body doesn't collapse on itself. We can make something happen.
And this would be shifting back and forth with no downsides if this works.
Oh, of course. We'd probably just... What we'd do is we'd probably just find a way to either intertwine it into your body or make it so that you need an item to do so. We'd find a way. After all, a witch always has a way. Where there is a will, there is a witch.
Perfect. Okay.
So, I'll get in contact with them. It may take some time. Though you could probably ask Ublex to talk with her patron. It might be easier to get a hold of Amalicia that way. But I can...
Noted.
I can get a hold of Vilva. Though, just understand, it might take some time.
Is there an estimate? I assume not.
I don't think I can really give an estimate. It's so right now, from what I've been able to gauge, she's in not just a world, in a different dimension right now. Apparently she's helping some Durla with some type of problem in their world. I don't get to talk to her too much, but she's always has something going on. She bounces from dimension to dimension, from world to world, so you never know where you might find her. contacting her might be a little bit on the rougher side, because apparently there's some gods tampering with their world, and they're creating barriers that make it harder for people to contact, to the point where even some of the gods can't reach into certain areas of their world. So,
Noted.
it might be a little rough to get in contact with her, but give me some time. We might be
I.e., you're
okay.
stuck as a woman until Nitz says otherwise.
Oh,
It's
Christ.
literally, I'll be rolling for it like every session essentially, and we'll just see like how
Fine.
these things work. Like that's what it'll take for Vilvas. For Hemalicias, I can't really guarantee when that'll happen until like you get with Ublex. You
Don't
the Elsa
tell-
fixes
hey,
it
wait a
out.
minute.
Yeah. Mhm.
I was gonna say, didn't you use a gambler stat? Doesn't that mean I have one left?
So no,
No.
you still have two because you also gained another one in the fight. So essentially, the one that you immediately used to guarantee the nat 20, I immediately used that dead against you afterwards for the legendary action.
Oh, you're saying I have one?
You still have two.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because you would have, if I hadn't done that, you would have 3 deaths, meaning you would not be able to
Okay.
use any more gambler dice till you lost those deaths. But you only have 2.
One. Okay.
Yeah.
So I have one gambler's die I can use, possibly. All right.
Yep.
Okay.
Um,
That can't be used
that-
for this, can it?
Hmm?
That can't be used for this, can it?
for which bit? For like what role specifically are you trying to use this for?
Frickin' Lavana getting in contact with her
Oh,
patron, I assume not.
No.
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah,
Okay.
no.
I
NPC
figured it was
roles
worth
are
asking.
separate. Yeah, no, it's fair. I'm glad
Okay.
you at least asked instead of just immediately assuming you could.
Okay.
Yeah. No, the gambler's dice can only be used for the players. The player cannot go, I want to use this and give it to an NPC. It is always for the player. So yeah.
Okay.
Because essentially what you're doing is the character you are playing is taking a debt with luck itself, essentially. You're spending your good luck at the moment you think you need it most. Meaning you are racking yourself one hell of a karma point. That's really what it comes down to. So yeah.
Oh boy.
But yeah.
So this week, Usagi becomes around the 1/2.
But yeah,
Okay.
you are a woman, man. That is
Okay.
what you are now.
Second
Congrats.
order of business. Second order of business.
Mhm.
I'm going to that fucking castle and looting it until I get my money.
Of course, yeah.
Please.
I mean,
I
you can.
died for that money.
That
Boing.
is true. That is true.
Boing.
But first, I need to grab Ublex for a second. Ublex, could you call your patron and tell them I have a certain important thing that needs to be fixed?
And that looks you up and down, and that is.
Lavana said that with her help I could organize a solution to allow me to get my former anatomy back and switch back at will, which would be extremely convenient for me. Is that so? Please. Do I have to beg?
Man,
Do I have
that's
to beg?
such a waste of Vanessa's hard work, though.
No!
I'm not sacrificing.
I
I'm not. That's not how this works. This isn't a sacrifice. This is a, let's say, alternate look. I should say.
This is what you truly want, Usagi. Next time I
I
see
want-
my patron, I will tell you, but it is kind of difficult to contact her.
Just please.
I'll put in a word for you.
Thank you.
Dude, I want to mention once Usagi kind of walks off, you see Asta just kind of lean in. Uwais just go, do you have to do that? Or is
Oh
this
my
more
God,
of-
Why do you
I
think
think that's
why do you
Asta
think?
asking you to put it off for as long as possible.
Yeah,
Why do you
mean,
think
but-
I said? Why do you think I said?
Usagi's my friend.
Why do you think I said? Why do you think I said I wanted to be able to switch back and forth? This has potential.
This is freaky potential. Freaky
Not
fucking
just for that, but also being able to sneak
Okay.
into places.
No, not just for that. Not just for that. That's
Okay.
just-
The other important. Okay, now
Mhm.
Usagi's going to go to the freaking castle and steal anything that is possibly left because if he doesn't get anything out of this, this will have been a waste.
I can't wait to say you get nothing now.
Everything's already been taken.
Dude, can you imagine?
Everything.
Can you imagine, like, you look over and Shin's just sitting here like, yeah, no, this is all mine. Like, just, like, sitting in a pile of gold, like, unwilling to
Oh
share.
my god.
Please, let's
Dude.
hope there's
Where
something
does
left
Shin
in it.
come back?
Can you imagine? Y'all haven't seen Shin come to, the ship, like, the entire time.
So fucking
It's like,
weird.
psych, I lied. He was in the kitchen.
Thank
Okay.
God.
Remember I mentioned he was unfazed. But, yeah.
Where's my prisoner?
Yeah, no, the prisoner is here, by the way. He's just locked them away in the little prison area that you have in the ship.
brig.
In the brig, thank you.
Yeah.
Before we get to Usagi's little looting spree as a woman, and with his newly found body,
Okay.
what does everybody else want to do? You guys essentially have one last day before you, like, depart, essentially. So if there's anything you want to do in this island, now is the best time? Also, I'm gonna be honest, I know you guys asked about Red Track, but, like, you should make sure that, a certain someone isn't gonna hate having them on the crew. Should I maybe discuss that a little bit?
Oh yeah. Maybe perchance.
Not that anybody, showed any, particular disgust, towards Red Track Ether. But,
Or disdain.
Oh,
yeah, y'all might want to, like,
Or
talk about
I mean-
aggression out of nowhere.
Should we find anyone?
Do you
Should
want
we
a
find
different
anyone else?
cannoneer? Is that what you're
No.
Are you vouching for someone else
I was
for the crew?
thinking maybe we should just get somebody else for the crew. Be
Oh yeah,
you're like,
Kira
what
would,
just happened?
Yeah, that's
Kira
fair,
would
that's
call
fair.
everybody together.
Maybe like
Okay.
a fucking healer? Another healer?
Another healer? Heck yeah.
Yeah.
That would be 3 healers.
Someone that knows resurrection stuff or something?
Yeah, the one person who does know
Could
it,
you?
which was mentioned, was Pike, and Pike was actively angry, as you could have seen with Loki's bit, about not being there to actually try and
Yeah.
revive people. But yeah, he's the only one that knows proper revival magic. Lavana might know some revival magic, but it might not be the revival magic you want. It might be more like, all right, awakening zombie mode.
Oh, no.
She might animate dead rather than revivify.
While you're back, so
Might be something
get
to look
over
for in the
it.
future.
Yeah.
Liz.
Oh man.
So, Kira would call everybody together.
Okay.
Loki begrudgingly gets out of bed again and walks over.
Dude.
This motherfucker just got sat down, getting yelled at by a dog. It's just immediate. Everybody, him. Don't say shit, Miko. I just don't. Quit
Miko
yelling at me.
roars and just stays right next to you,
Just.
insisting your arm is on him just to help balance.
Heck yeah. Yeah, you guys can you can call them up.
Well, Loki's
Kira
here.
would just, well, with everything going on, and Usagi's new figure,
Oh, what? Oh, I am.
looking marvelous, by the way.
Oh yeah,
Marvelous.
absolutely fabulous. Oh
Yeah.
indeed.
Very gorgeous.
I really think you need a floor-length gown that shows a little bit of shoulder, maybe a bit of chest.
I
It'd be real good on
want money.
Anyway,
Okay.
You
Skin
two look-
tight.
I do
clothes.
have
You
some
look-
news.
Oh my god.
Mhm.
Oh.
As Ublex informed me, Inessa did want to talk to me about something.
Mhm.
Limius tried to activate the lifeline for Benjamin. Benjamin refused. But when given the choice of where he would go, he chose reincarnation. Inessa has the understanding that Benjamin wanted the possibility of running into the crew again. at some point in his next life. So Anissa pulled some strings. While she was creating Usagi's new form, she made a duplicate, changed some coloring around, added a few other features, that sort of thing. Not an exact clone, but close enough. With our agreement, and with the understanding that this is what Benjamin wanted, he will be coming back to us. He won't remember us, but he will be coming back.
Did she run this by the god of death?
Yes,
Okay.
Koskin wanted to make sure everything was in order.
At the very least, if he's counting this as reincarnation, it means that he won't be on the list at all. Meaning, as far as Koskin would care, he hasn't died yet.
And
I
even
guess his
Jaeger
new form.
approves of this.
Mhm.
As apparently Benjamin had started to follow Jaeger, praying daily for the safety of not only the crew, but anybody that we might run into. So in all of this sorrow and heartbreak, there is something coming out of it that is good. And we won't have to worry about when the soul runs out for Benjamin. Does this mean they'll be a different person? Absolutely. However, Ines is going to do her best to keep an eye on things and see what we need, and try to guide this person towards Watcher. Same as Benjamin always was.
Well, at the very least, we'll know they'll be capable. And hopefully have a good set of morals if they can keep what he had.
Because it's tying an existing soul to a body, they will keep the same morals. I'm saying they, as I do not know if Benjamin will stay Benjamin. For all we know, we could end up with another female. As she gestures to Usagi.
Looking good, Usagi.
Usagi's just gonna facepalm.
Freaking killer.
But I wanted to tell you guys that now.
Drink.
Just so that, despite all the heartbreak, there is something good.
Heck yeah.
Now, Loki, back to bed.
Fuck it, I just got up. Fuck.
Oh, man.
Walks away. I want to mention my I need a drink was literally Loki pulling up a fucking bottle.
Oh, God. I'll also mention,
Okay.
speaking to someone who is wanting to go and actually, grab, loot the castle. Essentially, you guys were going to, the reward y'all were going to try and grab, for, the Hooray thing. The thing that you thought was talking about was, essentially just the treasury amount that they could offer. That's kind of what you guys were looking at.
Yep.
Because everything else the kingdom kind of still needs. You would actually see, you see the vice captain walking up with, some of the royal knights that he kicked the shit out of.
Oh my god.
And he has them toting, a few
my
bags.
Oh.
And you just go, right, well, I think it's about time you got your due reward. Oh, the rabbit's back.
Yes,
Wait.
indeed. What? Yes, indeed.
You see him kind of squint and then just go, were you always...
No.
From the ship. No.
Ah, alright.
Bit of fun.
Well, I guess, congrats, for being alive.
And she
And,
looks marvelous.
yeah, I guess just, get
Every
used
time
to
you
it.
say, every time you say it, he dies a little inside.
Keep it up. Keep it up.
No.
Double time.
Man. Alright, well, we brought we brought what we could from the treasury. We still need money to keep the kingdom running as well as to
that's
fix
fine.
up the
That's
repairs.
fine.
Of course.
That's fine. I expected that. It's just
The treasury was to be yours anyway.
It's appreciated. I talked with the townspeople and we're trying to figure out who is going to take over because technically we don't have any monarch lineage to naturally take over. And they've appointed me as king for some reason. So I guess I'm king. I've got to figure out how to work diplomatic stuff. Right. Well, you just go.
Word of advice from a minor noble:
Yes.
rely on others.
Rely on others. All right. Am I allowed to swing on another king if they start things? Is that allowed?
No.
Fuck. Right. Okay.
Not
Diplomacy is necessary, but
Not
I-
immediately.
All right.
but you
Yeah.
do need to know who you can trust and learn to rely on your people.
Right.
They're the ones who will keep you in power.
Yeah, no, the people are good people. That much I do know. Well, I need to get to my office because I'm supposed to start hitting up a few of the kingdoms. Because when the Navy took over, they essentially severed the majority of our connections. So I'm going to go talk with a few islands and get them set up with us. I'm going to hopefully establish connections with him fine. From what I understand, they're kind of at odds as well with the Navy. And the dynasty that's nearby, I think you sailed from there. Dynasty Jai or something like that? I am horrible with countries. I am a vice captain. I don't know my stuff that well. But, this is gonna be a long road. Right, so here's your reward. It's all we can really give you.
Alright.
They just, they bring over these, 2 bags of, rupees. As
Hell yeah.
y'all can, I guess, add to your group fund, as you get to add 10,000 rupees to your group fund.
Oh my god!
Alright.
Yep.
That is cool.
Plus
Although admittedly I was looking more for if there's any specific royal items that they can't use, but
Yeah, no, I
Yeah,
mean,
we got
in the
that.
treasury, they normally just have kind of money more than anything else.
not even a crown or something.
I mean, the crown has to go to the new king, sadly enough.
Oh.
That's that awkward thing of they kind of have to have
Shit.
that.
Right.
Yeah, you'd
The
have
crown
to.
we
marks
can
the
get-
monarch, so...
Okay, I have one. Okay, I have one
Yeah.
request. Is there a royal cape or something?
You could ask. You could add. Do you ask him that?
I will ask.
Okay.
Did the king have a royal cape or something?
Usagi!
What? No,
What?
it's good. You did help with the problems, and you helped with the
That's a
rest.
reasonable request.
You also did
Oh my
die. By the way,
God.
again, congrats on being a woman.
She looks so
So-
fantastic.
No, I mean, she's.
Man, I wish I had that
Beauty,
kind of
isn't she?
figure.
It's very complimenting, you know.
When
the
did Oblex
outfit.
get over there?
The cape.
I mean, the tail looks. It looks. I'm sorry. I'm really trying.
I know,
no,
right?
Yeah, no, the tail
It's
is
so
really good.
fluffy!
Yeah.
I'm not talking about the tail. The tail is fine.
Can you compact like a tanuki?
Her tail.
I
You
don't
have a tanuki?
think I can.
We can test it right now, and you just look to one of the guys and just go. Do you have a barrel? Does anyone have a barrel
What?
here?
What's in God's name?
I'm
Well-
sure I've got a box on the ship.
Yeah. Okay, well here, grab a barrel or a crate, something compact. So, Usagi, I don't know how much you know about tanukis. You see, my wife's a tanuki.
Okay.
So,
Really?
yes. Oh, she's a lovely lady. She could also kill. She,
Sounds about right.
I got nightmares. So.
I'm sure she'll make a wonderful queen.
Oh no, she will. I am almost certain. If the Navy tried to attack, I mean, granted, if I ever go down, I don't think they'll come out alive because of her alone. She's a retired adventurer. She traveled the world. She's seen a fair bit of her own fights. So, where's that barrel? And you see Gildart just come walking over with a barrel and just go, hold on, let me get my wine out. And just start taking out the bottles. Just go, alright,
Oh, boy.
alright.
All right.
Hold on, alright, hold
Oh, boy.
it. Just a second. He just keeps pulling bottles on. At some point, you gotta see her and just wonder, how the fuck did you get so many bottles in that
one
barrel?
of the bottles of wine and just looks at it.
All right. Hey, don't touch that. All right.
I'm just looking.
If you take one sip, I'll drive this ship into the mountain. All right.
It's Newport.
That's my drink. His eyelid kind of twitches.
You're more
my God.
than Loki.
I will have you know, if I don't have my alcohol, I'm worse than any general you'll meet.
You're more rabid than Loki is. Here.
No, he's tame. Thank you. Alright. Okay, last barrel. Here you go. Somehow he's fit. You count, there's like 57 bottles into a barrel somehow. Don't ask how. You would just bring the bottle over, the barrel over and place it beside you, Usagi. And you, the vice guy, just look at you and just go, well, if you want to test that, try and fit in the barrel. You shouldn't be able to, but Tanukis have an ability to compact themselves into
So they
really
can
tight
fit in spaces smaller than they should be.
Yes, kind of like a cat, you know?
So let's see if you are liquid, just like cat.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
So, you get in the barrel, right?
Yeah.
You gonna try? Alright, yeah. So
Yeah.
you compact yourself. Like you kinda have to fold yourself in. Like you can't just step in and sit down. Like you kinda have to like bend your body and like kinda like almost like a C formation. Like you really have to like squirm your way. But you get in there.
Quick, put a lid on it and use it as a table chair.
So I can fit in the barrel. Okay.
Yeah. Now try getting out.
Well, I guess I'll try getting out.
Alright, deck save.
Oh no. My first roll of the session. This is gonna suck ass.
You got this, buddy. You got this.
A deck save, not a roll.
Actually, no, I'm sorry. My apologies. I actually remember this. That's not a deck save. It's an athletics check.
Okay. Athletics? Oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, because you gotta use your muscles to, like, get yourself out of the
23,
scenario.
baby.
What'd you get? 23?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So, you kind of like split. You kind of have to like, squiggle a little bit,
athletics?
but you eventually
Okay.
manage to like grab onto both sides and like pull yourself out. You can kind of feel like as if like your chest kind of gets caught a little bit, and like your hips are kind of getting in the way a bit, but you get yourself out eventually.
Swear to God, the
my
meme is just perfect.
Yeah.
Now
But,
I'm literally dummy thick, and my ass cheeks keep cracking the guards.
Goddamn, yeah. I listen. I drew the chest randomly. I did not pick the size. I just freaking squabbled. So whatever size that is. I'm not gonna be the one to try and determine that crap. But
Those
that's
are
there.
double D's easy.
Okay, yes.
Those are gonna cause minor back pain. It's a good thing you're a follower of Vanessa.
Yeah. She does remove back pain, so that is an active.
It's
like,
a good thing.
Yeah.
It's a good thing that I'm working on a solution for this.
Yeah. See, so active. Well, I mean, like since you follow Yanasa, you can't get back pain. Like that's actually a fun little thing for it. There's a lot of
Oh, that's
women in the
convenient.
world that follow her simply so they can avoid back pain. I kid you not.
Oh,
Like,
that's
I
really.
wish
Oh my
that
God.
existed in real life.
yeah, dude, the amount of people that would
I think
pay
a
for
fair amount
that.
of people do.
Yeah.
I'd be right there
What's
in
the
line
symbol, by the-
signing up for it.
What's the symbol on the kimono, by the way?
Oh, that's Yanesa's symbol.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh right, I need to talk to Keith. Point. Anyway.
But yeah.
Oh, I guess that works. So about that cape.
Oh right, yeah. Sorry, I got distracted because I started thinking about the compactable mobility. Again,
Yeah.
love the tale. So
So marvelous looking.
I
And
think
such fluffy tail.
don't get him distracted again. Don't do this to the cat. You're just gonna go right. There isn't normally a royal cape per se, but the quote-unquote old king, the tyrant, he did have that cape that he wore. I don't know if he was trying to make that a fashion, like the new fashion trend, or if he was just really bad when it came to clothing. But,
Regardless, I'll take it.
Yeah, we could give you that. We haven't washed it. Do you want us to wash it? I mean, you leave tomorrow, right? We can get it washed and bring it to you unless you want to wash it yourself.
Please do. What does it look like?
Yeah, so I mean, you can go check back at his picture, but it's like a red cape. It's like a velvet red cape, essentially.
How extremely fitting for, I feel like I should look into getting like a red kimono or something.
Yeah, because right now you have a black and blue, which I will mention the reason why she probably gave this to you is because you were already wearing blue in the past because you're old.
No, that's fair.
So she probably tried to keep that trend going. Yeah.
No, that's fair. It's just red and blue. Might clash a little bit. Anyway, whatever. It's fine.
That's fair. That's fair.
I can work with this, and I'll just get some dye later.
True.
Anyway, yeah, I could wash it because I don't want it soaked in his blood. That'd be weird.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, he'll just kind of give you a nod and just go, well, we'll get that cleaned. Again, glad you're alive.
Thank you.
I really didn't expect to see someone to come back from the dead so quickly. Normally they come back as zombies way later on in the future. Normally not like this.
Inessa works fast.
Yeah, she
does. Yes, she does. I'm very grateful. Oh, speaking of which, I'm gonna turn to Kirla. Could you get me? Assuming I need to talk to Kikus immediately, or as soon as humanly possible.
Oh?
You call?
Oh my god.
You see poking out of the clouds.
Well, that was fast.
Of course I knew that.
I want to know what goes on with this, please.
No, that's fine. No, it's normal. I seem to have lost my last lifeline, and what do I have to do to get one from you, perhaps?
Oh, yes. So, right, you want a lifeline? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So, I mean, you've already given your soul to Yanessa. Hey, Rena. She came up and started sniffing my face.
Okay.
Well, you've already given your soul to her. So, let's see.
Please tell me there's a way to get another one, because I don't have any others, and...
Well, you can't give me your soul, because that's out of the question, but...
Something else I can give, perhaps?
Well, see, jokingly, I would normally say to give me your balls, but that's not gonna happen.
I don't have those anymore.
Yeah. I just like to say that, because I think it's funny, but I know that wouldn't actually work with you.
You could request her firstborn child.
That could be funny.
What?
That could be fun. Yeah, you know what? I want your firstborn child.
Is that a serious offer?
Yes.
And there won't be any repercussions if there aren't any firstborn children.
I'll make sure of it.
What?
I got a hole in it.
That does not answer the question.
Well, I mean, like, don't worry. It won't be, like... like if you die, right? Like, let's say you die. Theoretically, if you die right here, like, someone runs up to you, you don't have any more lifelines, and they shank you 47 times in, like, your right side of your chest, ruining your perfect new body, right? Let's say that happens, right? You bleed out and you die because nobody actively saw it happen, so when they look over, like, you just bled out too fast and they couldn't, like, recover your vital organs quick enough.
To this?
Yeah, no, I'm getting there. I'm just, theoretically, just really trying to paint the scene here, right? So let's say theoretically they then have to, like, give you a whole burial, everybody's, like, grieving again, and you can't come back this time. And you haven't fulfilled that, like, lifeline, you're into the bargain. So what I'll do is I'll look to Yanessa, and I'll ask her very politely for your soul. If she doesn't give me your soul, there's another way around this. I'll just wait till she gives your soul, a reincarnation. And essentially, what I'll do is as soon as you're brought into the world, and, you hit, adulthood and all that, I'll just make sure you produce what you bargained.
Oh, okay. So what you're saying is that there won't be any consequences to me as I currently stand.
Yeah,
Not
yeah,
straight
yeah,
away.
yeah. I mean, like it's really
Oh,
either
alright, then.
just like you get a child at some point, like on your free time, or like I make sure it happens in your next life. Like there's no passing it. Like I will make sure that happens. You are not running away from this.
I see no problems here. That's a problem
There's
for
a
late.
god with
That's
a
a problem.
gun.
Pirlo would just lean towards Usagi and just. That means somebody has to knock you up and you have to give birth.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Walks
That's not what that
away.
means. That's not what that means.
I mean, if you
Walks
run
away.
I mean, if you die, and it doesn't happen, then I mean, that's what's gonna happen.
I don't think that's what that means. I don't think that's what that means, Kayla.
I mean, right now your current
Firstborn
life,
child. That
like,
means you have to give birth.
Yeah, yeah,
That's not what that means.
yeah. We'll
Tell me
figure out the details
tell me
later. I'll
tell
write
me
the
something.
contract.
And damn these ambiguous terms.
Oh man, should just go. All
I'm not gonna get it. I'm not gonna get an actual answer for this, am I?
Dude, you'll know when the day arrives. She reaches
swear
out
to
the
God.
contract, and she just kind of points to the astral paper and just go, "Please sign here. Make sure to write down the date, and also write down the current weather."
What? Why the weather?
Don't worry about
I want
that.
to keep logs on the day and how if it was sunny or shiny or rainy.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was sunny or shiny.
Yeah.
Got it. There's a difference.
There's a difference. Yes.
Okay, so what?
Alright. There you go. Sign a little bit more to the left. Yep. And sign this other one. Alright. Next paper.
Okay.
Alright, so you're going to sign here, here, and here. Okay. And
Yeah,
okay, so you're going to
so
sign
legal
here,
documents.
here. Alright. Now if you just real quick, and you see her just poke you, on your you poke your hand, and you
Yeah.
start having a little bit of blood dribble down. She's like, alright, now sign in blood right here, here, and here.
I
Alright.
don't regret this.
Alright, and Lifeline is yours, and I look forward to seeing your son or daughter. Alright, bye.
Alright. Okay. I'm just going to assume she didn't specify, so I'm just going to assume that it could go either way. That's the interpretation that I'm going with, and it's the one that I will vigorously pursue.
Can't pursue it until you got that gender change.
It's not like Usagi would be sleeping with anybody that would make that happen.
Yet.
You may never know.
Who knows?
But he's not stupid enough to try to introduce somebody else when Borf is right there and would probably eat them.
You just gotta get Bor's permission,
Yeah,
Personally, I don't
Borf could
see why
easily
Borf
gain-
would be against it.
Yeah, I mean, there's also just the option of Borf or Oz to just goes, we can fix this, and just, gets the ability to do the morphing thing, too.
Oh god.
They make sure that you're the child bearer. Their child. We'll figure that's for another day, though. That's after campaign. We are not having that happen during a campaign. I'm gonna be real here. We are not doing that. But that.
Oh, good. Oh, so I don't.
We ain't
Oh,
having
good.
that. But you get the idea.
Also, I don't have to. Also, I don't have to worry about that immediately. Good.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, not as a player. I'm not gonna do. I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna look at a player and go, all right, listen, man, you're pregnant. I'm not. I'm not doing that, Chief. I've got my own limits.
Okay.
Hey, buddy. Hey, Rena. Okay, Rena's here. Everybody say hi to the cat.
Good.
Hi,
cat.
Rena.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
she
Now that
keeps
all my
coming to
now that all my pressing business has been dealt with,
All right.
the last thing Usagi is going to do is frickin' go.
Mhm.
Assuming other people don't have other things to do, because I've been hogging the spotlight enough.
Does
Say what else?
anybody have anything else?
No.
Ready to get to the next island.
Okay.
Or is it- okay. Well, the last thing I have planned.
Silent.
Okay, well, the last thing I have planned is before that.
my
So, all right, I guess the Usagi, the Usagi run 1/2 hour, which shall continue for a little longer.
I mean, prepping is never a bad thing. I always do encourage prepping. So if there's prepping that someone has in mind, I do always.
I don't
recommend
really
it.
have any
So-
prepping to do.
Yeah,
Like,
so
I mean,
what
I
are you,
can't
what
think
are
of
you
any.
doing? What are you doing?
I'm going to grab. I'm going to. Just gonna go back to the ship.
Mhm.
What is it? You.
Who's you?
Who's you?
Freaking Borfinasta. I am in dire need of some stress relief. I'll be in my room. Walks away. I'm pretty
Say
sure
less.
they could get what
They-
the fuck that means.
You can see that they're more quick to move this time to it.
Oh, what?
I can imagine.
That's crazy.
God.
All right. We're just gonna let that fade black. We're just gonna let
That's
that
fine.
It's
I
gonna,
have
yeah,
to,
you know.
I have to roll for something.
Yeah, you gotta roll for performance, buddy.
Hey, I got better at that now.
Yeah, because a certain goddess. You can thank her later.
That's a 30.
30,
Oh my
heck
God.
yeah, no, it was
Yeah.
grand time. You
Oh.
feel amazing with your new body. Like, dude, it is a whole new experience. That's all I'll say.
Oh,
my
God.
God.
All right.
Alright, what about that Constitution roll?
Yeah, you don't need to roll Constitution or roll. Yeah, you know, you're passing yourself out, so yeah, you know, like.
Do I need to roll for that, or?
Nah, I'm gonna make you do
You don't?
it this time. Not this time, because you know it's a bit different on how y'all are doing stuff. So you know, it's whatever.
Oh, that's what those rolls are for.
Yeah, it's whether or not your pelvis gets broken, dude. Like I'm gonna be real. Like don't worry about that.
I thought it was for like. Oh, never mind.
Anyways.
Yep. Anyways, so
Okay.
you guys can basically go and depart the next day, as you guys will begin making
Sweet.
your way to the Slime Island.
Sweet.
Yeah. So I'll be real here, Chiefs, right?
Slime cake.
Slime gig. You get to go to a certain person's, well, I would say birthplace, but you're not actually born from there. It's more like you're getting information on the thing that caused you to be you.
Formation place?
Yeah, it was for maybe. Like, I mean, you showed up in Whiteside, so you don't even know if you formed there. It's more of just, like, your people are there, you know?
Alright, let's get to the people.
My people.
Yeah. So you guys have 4 days of travel to get there. Just kind of sailing, sailing away on your little ship. Because that's how you get across the ocean, in case you didn't know. You don't walk, you don't run. There's no horse carriages. No airplanes.
None of us have wings?
Nope, none of you guys have wings.
At least I don't
okay.
think any of us have wings.
I mean, like, the closest to having wings is, like, it's literally Kasheshe, and that's because of his mech. But he can't even fit in that. The only person who can fit in that is Ublux. And maybe Usagi now, because he has the compactability feature. Just,
What?
Just don't expect them to be able to get out easily. So they want to pilot the mech.
No.
Either way. Fact is,
I just realized my weight would probably increase now.
yes, you gained like 20 pounds. Congrats.
Okay, so
Um,
now I'm 50.
Yeah, I mean, I'm guessing because like the size that Anya said that you would be from, that area. I'm pretty sure that would be like 10 pound on each side, if I understand right. So
No, it's
5
not
to
even
10,
counting, like-
depending on...
That's not even counting like
Fair.
the ass, which is probably.
oh yeah, no, you right there.
Oh yeah, the ass would add on
You're right,
another
yeah.
10 pounds.
Yeah.
Each breast is like 5 to 10.
All right, well,
Yeah.
all right,
This is
well,
I'm looking at, like, 20,
Dude.
25 pounds.
Yeah. No, that would check because no, actually, I'm not gonna say what I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna say what I'm gonna say because that's
This is last way.
dude.
what?
Huh?
That's not something that needs to go on YouTube, Nits.
No, I know. That's why I'm not saying anything. You don't even know what I was gonna say, but yeah.
Can you fucking type it because I'm so curious
Oh
now.
my
I won't
god.
repeat it. I won't repeat it, but
Why
I'm
is this a
curious.
thought?
What do you wait? No, okay, you might be thinking something else from what I'm thinking now. Like if that's
What
what
are
your
you
reaction was. Okay.
If you're thinking what I'm thinking, you're thinking that I'm thinking, then you're thinking that I'm thinking,
Oh
and
my
I'm
God,
thinking what you're thinking, then you're thinking that what I'm thinking.
Progress, please.
The one and only time super innocent Nits is actually thinking dirty.
I'm not. I don't think I am. Okay. You know what? I'll type it after session, okay? Because like
Fine.
I've got to be able to talk and think at the same time. And I'm gonna be honest, typing actually like cuts off my train of thought.
Alright.
Okay.
Yeah. Listen. I may be able to like bounce a lot of things. The thing that I can't multitask for some reason is typing. I don't know why, but that I am incapable of multitasking typing.
Yeah.
So, you guys will start making your way there. I'm gonna be real. I've already like pre-rolls for these days, like ahead of time. It is the calmest like ride y'all have ever had. I do
thank
want to
God.
mention you guys do have that prisoner as well, like in the brig.
Cool.
You have the
Again?
Navy druid.
I've forgotten about him.
Did y'all want
I
to
would take
do-
care of him. I would
Okay.
I would walk down every now and then. I would walk down every day with food just to make sure dude doesn't starve.
Okay. Is there a plan with this guy that's going on, or did you just have a hostage to have one? Just out of curiosity, you know.
That is definitely something Kirlo would look at Loki and just, what was your plan here?
I had one. My brain getting shattered kind of fucked with my ability to think. I'll
Gotcha.
get to that later when I can think.
Yeah. So get back to him when his brain is
Yeah, no.
scrambled right now.
Yeah, no, Loki would walk in and he was like, "Hey, bud, I would love to talk to you right now and actually talk to you about what I wanted to talk to you about, but as you can probably tell, things didn't go to plan. But here's some food," and just fucking that's like the first day is like, "Here's your food. I'm not gonna starve you."
He's every time you go down there, he's relatively quiet. Like that he does not seem to say much. Like it's that thing of like it might just be him just being bound to the Navy, but it is that very much like, all right, yeah, I'll just nod. Like that's the most you get out of this guy. It's like a nod.
I want to mention Loki just nods back like, "All right, I expected this."
Yep. I mean, hostages aren't exactly going to be buddy with you. It just makes sense.
I mean, yeah, the Loki's
yeah,
still
yeah.
friendly.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, you guys can travel to the Slime Island, relatively easy. I'll check to see who's on the watchtower when you guys actually finally see it. If you guys wish to do anything during sailing, which I'm gonna guess probably not, because y'all seem to have been doing all that stuff ahead of time, while you were at the island, which is valid. But if you do, now's the best time. Otherwise, I'm checking to see who is on the watchtower right now. Let me see.
I do have a question, but I'm gonna send.
Mm-hmm. What is the question? Are you sending in DMs? Okay, you're sending in
Yes.
DMs. Alright. Yes, actually. So that is something that we need to touch on. So on the last day, that you guys are beginning to arrive, you guys can, like, at this point, you're probably, like, half a day's away from, like, the island. And you can see, like, Loki's kind of just, like, you know, like, he's up on top taking his, like, smoke.
I'm here.
Upon taking his
Kirlo
smoke,
wanders over to just see how he's doing.
as you
This
wander
would be-
over, what is the first word? What is the first word of your sentence that you would begin saying to him?
She would start to say, "Hey, Loki."
Okay, so as you say "hey"
Oh boy.
and you start the of Loki, you see his body fold in on reality.
What?
As Loki, you go crashing through the realms because a hand grabbed you by the ear as you get pulled into a different dimension. And you don't know why, you can't really seem to see anything right now, but you feel like as if your body is being compressed and compacted into a very, very small circular cylinder object. And then you feel this force, this extreme force, push against your feet as you go flying through the air, and the darkness becomes light as you see at Mach 5 as you approach it, a wall. As you collide into this like brick wall of a building, you get up, you look around in agony. You see a pink sky, you see a skeleton that is like standing there baffled. And it looks like there was a fight going on, because like the guy that, like, you look over, you also see this like Durla with like this like cylinder thing with handles on it, and who's like he seemed to push some type of mechanism, and it seemed to launch you out of that. But for some reason, he was aiming at the wall. You have a bit of banter with him. You go back and forth. You have this conversation with him, realizing, hey, these worlds are connected. Hey. If you want the actual conversation, you can go to the Sanity episode. This happened because of a Nat 1 pulled by Ryu. Because he pulled on reality matching and kind of messed up. You get one swing on this, skeleton. Agreeing to help him. And then your body folds in again. Kira, for you, all you saw him disappear. And as you finish saying the word Loki, he reappears.
What the fuck? Is just the next words out of her mouth.
Okay.
Dude.
What did you want to say to me?
I was gonna ask how you're doing, but you just poofed out of existence!
Okay, to answer that,
What?
that's not my fault.
Is this a
Second.
running gig you're going to keep doing? This is the second time. Oh, it's the second time with Ublex too. You people need to fix yourself. Shin walks off.
Shit, this is not my fault. This is not my fault. I got grabbed by somebody. Okay, hold on. I'm doing better, to answer your question. I'm starting to be able to think. That's lovely. Oh, wait, I just found the person, the witch. I know where she is.
Oh,
What?
wait, which witch?
That Vilva lady that we keep hearing about. I know where she is. I just met the guy who's working with her.
Usagi. God damn it! You didn't. Oh. You
Oh
probably
no,
didn't.
I got him. He's going to talk to her, see if she can come here some point soon. Ish. He's doing something. He's trying to save his world. So I'm gonna be honest. His objective kind of takes priority.
Still, thank you, Loki. You're doing me a great service.
Is this the same world that Ublex went to and pulled that one?
It's from the Challen lady. I asked if they knew the Challen lady, the one that was with ice magic. Yes, they know her, and she mentioned pink sky, and the sky was fucking pink. They weren't kidding.
Did this person look familiar or something? Did you run?
It's the same Darla that killed the king.
What the hell?
I don't know. Something's fucky.
Shit.
Clearly.
So, what about this Vilva person?
Apparently she was tracking people using their arcana to find them on a continent. They said this as if this was nothing to her. So no, if whatever is being stated she can do, it's probably true. I just, that's all Loki's like, I didn't really get much time. Apparently they were fighting a dude who was really strong, maybe, I don't know. It was like a 6v1. I hit the guy and now I'm back. I had like a 2-minute conversation with Darla. Apparently they put the whole fight on pause because everyone was confused. Even the guy who was undead. And undead, by the way, was being, evil and whatnot. Decided to stop. Evil and whatnot, yes. Just fucking did the distance. God. But yeah, no. So at some point, probably, maybe soon. I don't know. To give them time. Apparently, they needed to travel somewhere, find a guy, and then travel back. But also it seemed the world was probably something similar to ours, considering they were talking about an islandy thing, so it might have been something like Gao, where you actually had to walk a while.
Well, whatever it is, let's hope none of them go back there.
Hoping? The guy seemed nice.
Oh boy.
You can seem as nice as you want. That doesn't change the fact that we don't need to be going in and out of different universes.
Yes, but that's not exactly our choice. Apparently. Apparently one of their super important people is trying to destroy their planet? I don't know.
What do you mean one of the super important people?
Oh, whoops, I shouldn't have said that.
What?
He like looks at, he's like, never mind.
Oh,
just Loki. Just going like, oh, whoopsies. Here go. That plane. I think if it's the one I think it is, might be the same plane that Mollusk got sent to.
what?
Yeah. I'ma be real. That place seems fucked. Like whatever we're dealing with, I'm glad we're dealing with this and not that.
So you're telling me Mullis went to a place that is arguably worse? Wonderful.
He'll be fine. From what I've figured out about the guy, he's probably fine.
I can still be concerned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's the good news.
That's the good news.
Yeah, I gotta go talk to the guy, and he'll talk to Vilva about coming here.
Hey,
What's the
Bungle
bad
Busters.
news?
Yeah,
Island ahoy! Is that what they say? I don't know.
I don't know.
Island's here, I guess. Yeah.
What
the
the
island.
What do you
bad
say?
news?
What? Oh yeah, what's the bad news? Tito hanging over the crow's nest.
Loki just throws up 2 thumbs up and just fucking.
No, what's the bad news?
There's no bad
Oh,
news.
God.
Not yet. Not yet, at least.
This man.
Anyone who's paying attention to his fucking wording.
I don't know.
There's no bad news yet.
Okay.
What do you mean?
Yet.
I think he just means until there's bad news, there'll be bad news. But as of now, there is no bad news, you know?
Well,
Yes.
that's a
My
well,
bargains go through.
that's problem for late.
Till you're what?
Oh my god, I need to stop talking.
Well, that's a problem. Well, I think that's a problem for later.
Correct.
Perhaps we should explore this island, see if there's any money.
Perhaps once we get there. It's on the way.
Yes, that.
We're like maybe an hour away at this point.
Oh.
Yeah. By the way, just to kind of put it out there, this is a little alarming. You can look with your own 2 eyes if you want, but binoculars obviously help. I just want to put out there, that island is almost completely made of slime. Like I can see the port is still intact. It looks like a bit of that town at the port is normal, but it looks like a lot of that island is mainly slime. Even the castle's made of slime.
Probably get ready for a fight.
Don't know. Didn't Genesis say that they weren't sure on how people acted on the island because they refused to dock there?
Yes.
So
Yeah.
honestly, I don't know what to expect. Because you're telling me that we should immediately engage in combat, Captain. I've got dynamite!
Prepare for the worst, but hope for the best.
Can I have more dynamite? I had to throw
Oh,
it.
yeah, of course.
Need any more dynamite?
She just, like, reaches into her, like, jacket and, like, just chucks another 5, like, down to you. Catch.
Hell yeah. I now have 6. Dude, giving dynamite to Loki is not a good decision.
Oh
Why?
boy, that'll be fun.
Oh, man.
I'm so happy we have someone who has just apparently infinite dynamite.
Dude, the day she runs out is the day y'all cry. But yeah.
Joke's on us. We'll
She's
never
never gonna
know it,
run
but
out.
she's just making the dynamite.
Dude, she makes it appear like as if it's like, oh, infinite dynamite. Meanwhile, her at the middle of the night. All right, fuse this. Just hope she doesn't blow up the ship. Oh man, but yeah, you guys
I was
can.
gonna say, meanwhile, her in the middle of the night, just casually.
Yep.
She's got a secret artificer class that no one knows about. She's just creating magical dynamite that duplicates itself.
Artificer, circle of bomb. Yes, I know that's true, and shut up. So, either way, getting back on track here, you guys can eventually arrive at the island. You would recognize straight off the bat, one, as she said, almost everything at this point is made of slime. The sand that should be at the shore is made of slime.
I don't want to step on
Some
that.
of, I hate to tell you, she.
Right.
Almost the majority of the island's made of slime. Like, there's the town plaza and some of the road that is still stone, and the ports are made of wood still, and the town's buildings are mainly stone and logs. But you can see where some of the architecture and some of the bits of the road have started to shift and become slime. You're seeing like a mixtures of like blues, greens, purples, bright yellow, just slime. You would even notice because like there were some people walking around, but you can see that when you guys started to dock, they kind of just scattered. Like a lot of them just would like start going into their buildings, that sort of thing. You can see that the people that you did see, you can see some people that are still human-ish, but there's also just actual people that are just fully just slime people at this point. So you're seeing kind of like a mixture of like people. Like the people that are still humans, from what you can see, they're like half. Like there's some parts about them that are still slime-ish. Nobody's coming out of this fully human, if that makes sense, or fully whatever their race is at this point. But there, a lot of the people here aren't even human anymore at this point. A lot of them are just, they're like ooblex. Some of them are like blobs, like the past ooblex, and some of them actually have shape, like humanish shape.
Okay.
As fun fact, I have 2 slime races on D&D. There's plasmoids, and there's slime folk. So, yeah.
Great.
But that being said, you guys can make your way onto the port. So a lot of the crew will probably stay at the ship to watch over it because they don't really know what to gauge here. If you want to bring anybody with you while you're on the island, you may. And you can just let me know what you guys want to do and how you want to handle this. But essentially, you can see that the majority of people have retracted. There are a few people that are continuing to stay outside in the town doing stuff, but the majority of people have just kind of like gone into their houses.
What? Because we got here?
Yeah.
What a
Irla
tough
just
welcome, man.
turns to Ublex and just, well, these seem to be your people.
I've never seen anybody look like me.
Oh yeah.
boy.
There's
I guess
all.
you're taking points on this one. What do we do?
What?
I want to talk to the people. I want to see what they've been doing here for so long. And
Oh,
And
wait a
wha-
minute.
well,
Oh, wait.
wow,
a
there's
second.
so much to talk about. It's a little time.
Hey,
No.
hello. Hello.
Hi. You speak English? You speak common? I mean, you speak common. English is.
Yeah, they're actively. Did you see this little slime that's saying like this, like hey? And it's like they're speaking 2 different languages at the same time because they're speaking jiggle. They're speaking the slime jiggle, and at the same time they also seem to be speaking void speech.
Mm.
So when you say, "Do you speak common?" you just see them go, "Oh yeah, hi." Why are you here?
Oh.
Who are you? Wait! You would see, like, it's this tiny little guy. Like, he is this, like, pinkish little slime. I'm gonna send a picture of this little guy.
Pinkish little slime.
Pinkish little slime. They're, like, maybe a foot wide foot tall.
Oh my
tiny
God.
little guy. They've got this derpy little smile and beady eyes. You just see him.
Oh.
You just see him just kind of look at you.
Kirby!
It's no.
What tiny Kirby slime?
Ah.
So fucking cute.
Yeah,
Wait,
you
no,
see-
you know what it is?
Huh?
It's fucking SCP-999.
Nah, that one's like orange.
SCP-999 is orange.
Yeah.
Okay, but it's like the
yeah.
same look though.
Is it? I thought
Yes.
SCP
Not
was like more like was
really.
not as solidified. It's a lot more liquidy, isn't it?
It's a blob.
It was
Slimes
the
are
original
blobs,
Ublex, except orange.
basically.
Yeah.
Go
Okay.
ahead, continue.
999's
it
got a
is.
bit more form to him than that.
Yeah, I can. I don't know. I get the bit of like
I have
it
no
being a
idea.
slime. Like yes and no. Like that's all I can really say to that is yes and no. Like I can see where you're coming from, but also at the same time, no, there are definitely characteristic differences between these two. But I can see where you're coming from.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, you can see this little guy. They just said hi, hello. You
Hello,
see,
hi.
you see it just like that, like again, like they had that little bit of a gasp. You see them just kind of go, oh, your thumb. Wait, who's the other guys? Who
People with me?
Who are they? Yeah, who are they? I know you.
You, me, what am I?
You're. Compose. You're the slime queen. Why? You're the one that they talk about. You're I gotta tell everyone. I gotta tell them where. Right. I need to let sushi know. Like you just see him like starting to try and like slowly
You can't
move away.
understand him. Oh, the only person that could understand him is Ublex.
Oh, so he did shift into common.
Okay, good.
Yeah. When they asked if he speaks common, only then did he shift to common. But he naturally went to voice speech.
Why is he flipping out?
Why did he just call me like some kind of queen?
He's just like, wait, everybody! You just see him just yelling into the. It's the slime queen. She's there.
Dude, what?
What is going on?
You see
Oh no!
people starting to pile out of the out of like the buildings.
Ublex, what is going on?
He is in there staring at all this with the most just. I feel like he was definitely holding a bottle, and he just looks at it like there's no fucking way, dude. This has to be poison, or I'm seeing shit. Like, because unfortunately, he's on his last day of his head injury.
Yep.
Or like the 2 days, I think. I don't remember. It would be.
You did 4 days of travel, and you spent 1 day resting, so that's been 5 days in total. So this is like
So this is day 6.
this is day 6, yes.
So I have 1 more day after this. So he's just sitting here like, dude, I don't have the fucks to give.
Yeah.
You don't have the brain capacity.
He really doesn't. Like he's like, this can't be happening. I wanted this to be easy. This is gonna get complicated.
With
God damn
with this
it.
party, no way.
You
Just why could it be easy?
You would see them just like beginning to yell at the town, like, they're here, and you can just see the like people begin to pour out. Like again, it's like a mixture of people that are like half slime, half human, and just like the flat out full slime. Some being more like him, more like slimish blobs, and others just being more like Ublex, where they have like a full on like slimish, humanish body.
Oh dang.
As you would see them just like all look towards the port directly at Ublex.
This is very strange.
Oh,
You telling me?
And you see him just go, right, yeah, so you're here, right, this is great, okay, hi, my name's Happy,
ain't no.
Happy, so, right, I need to bring you to the castle, the prophecy thingy, you gotta know the do you know the thingy about the thingy, the thingy thing? You know the thingy,
I
right?
don't know anything. No,
you don't know
I've
the
never
fight.
been to this
You
island.
don't-
Like, I don't know. I don't even know. Like, the thing is just like,
Oh,
I live my first time here. I don't know what's happened to this island.
okay. Well, come on. Let's go. We go
Okay,
now.
I'm
We
with
go
you.
now. Let's go.
Oh my god.
Ublex,
I
do you
don't
want us
come
to come
back
with?
alive.
What?
Can we come?
Ublex, do you want us to go with?
They can.
Depends on you guys if you want to feel slime ground.
Yeah, they
Oh.
can come.
I'll come.
They just gotta wear the customary
Oh, boy.
hats.
The customary
Customary.
hat?
Yeah, the customary hat. Let me. Where is it? And you just see him just start searching inside his body.
Does his eyes just fold in? Like,
yeah,
where is it?
Yeah, like his body, his little nub arms fold in too. Here it is. And you see him just pull out 3, like, you know, because the PCs are coming. He pulls out these 3 tiny formed little slime hats. Like, they're like the size of your pinky. Like, for Kirla's reference, the size of Kirla's pinky. Like, that's the size of these hats. Just go, alright, you need to wear one of these. Alright, here
I'm
you
just
go.
picturing like
Here you go.
tiny ass top hats.
Yeah,
That's what
yeah.
I'm picturing.
Yeah, it's like little top hats.
This is so
Okay.
awesome.
Tries desperately not to destroy it.
Is there a way to make sure it doesn't fall
boy.
off?
Oh, well, you if you just like, you know, you have hair, so if you just like shove it in there, like it won't fall off.
Right.
Yeah.
Dink.
You just set it on an ear.
Just like dink.
Yeah.
It's just like
Okay,
it's just
okay.
there.
Let's go.
He just kind of very carefully tucks hair into it. Just tries to make sure it stays on. I don't know.
Loki just sets it on his head. He's just sitting here like it should be fine.
Oh man.
She doesn't want to disrespect the slimes.
Yeah. Of course.
No,
Oh.
That's how you
I'm
start a war.
Exactly.
I have nothing to say here. I'm just going to follow and hopefully not and not steal
She
anything.
sets the tiny
Good,
slime
good.
top hat on top of Usagi's hat.
I don't think
Yeah.
there's
Just, like,
anything
right on the little
valuable for
point.
Usagi.
Are you kidding? What?
Yeah.
Actually, they probably don't have much. Actually, they probably don't have much to steal in the first place.
Exactly.
Great.
Yeah, just a little hat
Yeah.
on the hat. And yeah, the hat will start to lead you like through the town. The entire time that you're being led, you can see that the people they don't move. They kind of stay off to the side, like near their doors, kind of just watching. You can't quite really gauge, like at least passively, like what exactly is going on with these people, if that makes any sense. It feels almost like almost like a neutralish look, almost like blank stares.
Okay, I tried to roll insight, but I have disadvantage, and I fucking got a fucking no.
Yeah, no, you're just noticing the blank stares. You can't seem to really read these people.
I tried to focus, and I started seeing double of the already a lot of people, and it was like, no, that's not happening.
Yep.
Irma would just look to Happy and just, what happened here, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh, right. So I came into being like, I think a month ago. So from the bits that I know, right? And from what I've listened to and all that, there's these little things. I think they call them the slime cocoon. They make slime. They connect to the terrain and they shift it into slime slowly but surely. If they get to sit there long enough, if they get to fester, you know, and they are the reasons why slime hives form. Typically in worlds. When they form, they only make small slime hive, like maybe big enough, very big. They make like small cave slime hive. That's normally it. But Gistendor, big curse. Gistendor make slime cocoon go whoa. It take over island. Cause it no be dealt with. Cause they don't know where it was. They couldn't find it. So people, it too late. So people infect. So the essentially people are not able to leave island. And if they did, they fear they might bring the infection to other islands, so they don't want to leave island. So they sit here and wallow in misery. Yeah, in other word, Gistendor bad.
Yeah, Gistendor.
Yeah.
We need to get him down.
Yeah, and see, that's where you
Oh,
come
boy.
into play. The you know the gray the
I'm a prophet?
the slime queen.
prophecy?
Yeah, the prophecy.
Oh gosh.
Brother.
Sorry, he's trying. Give it a second. Give it a second. He's only been around for a month. But
I mean,
Dude,
fair.
Loki's starting to see quadruple because his brain is having to process the repeating words. He's like, motherfucker, just finish the sentence.
So he'd lead
He's a
you.
newborn, Loki.
None of you.
Loki
can
doesn't
leave?
say a word. It's just Loki, as you guys are walking, just like kind of starts wavering side to side and then eventually gets his footing back.
Goodness. To Lindry's bit, you'd see how you're just gonna go. So me leave. Me can leave. Slime's born here. We leave. We may leave if we want. People not know if infection bad. They don't know if spread. Yeah.
So you don't know if it can spread to those not from this island.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
We know no. We know no. We
Don't?
We don't know. We don't know if it illness or if it effect of island.
I mean, by the sounds of it, maybe it could be the island. Maybe.
It could maybe be, but if not, and they go to other island, then more slime islands.
Should we?
Where are we going?
Soon.
We
yeah,
go
cool.
to castle. We go to castle. Sushi there. Sushi know everything.
Oh, okay.
Okay, let's ask Sushi.
She's like a
Sushi-
6'2" slime.
Sushi here since before Slime Cocoon. She here before. She was human elf.
Half elf?
Half elf.
elf?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, but she's
just looking
slime
around for
now.
anything. Loki's just looking around for any pieces of information
Ooh. So,
as he's walking.
information wise, like you're going up essentially, like you're kind of traveling into this valley area to get to the castle. So like there's these mountains that like coming through the town, right? And then you start going onto this path. Because they often will keep the main castles, not at all islands, but at some islands. And this is definitely one of them, similar to the one you guys were at before in Juxum. They'll tend to keep the castle like separated a bit away from the outside village. That way the royalty kind of have their own thing, and that way, you know, the knights aren't getting in the way of the villagers and vice versa when it comes to their work. Is to keep people from clashing, possibly. Higher and lower class, you don't want them clashing, it causes more problems. And that's where riots and protests and things just start to go up from there. So they tend to try and keep them separated. So they have these so the castle's like in between the mountains. So you're traveling through this like valley area. But you can see where like these mountains to your left and your right, like it's not even just the terrain itself that's been like completely changed. And this slime is like, it's almost bouncy with the way you walk on it. It's like, it's sluggish, because, like, when you first put your foot into it, it's almost like your foot wants to, like, sink into it. But then once you lift your foot up, it's almost like it pushes you up. So technically everybody's walking in difficult terrain, except Ublex, whose body is already used to this. But for anybody else, you're essentially getting half of your movement speed just taken away while you're walking on this island.
Oh god.
You can see even the plant life. Like, the trees that were growing on this island have, like, just become slime. They've kept their shape, but they're still slime. You can see where, like, some old passageways used to probably go up some of these mountains. So there might have been some people that used to live up there. And it's just, you know, there's no dirt, there's slime. Like, they're really the best that can be said about it. You can see a few caves. They're, like, cave openings, like, in between in the mountains. But that's, like, besides that, that's really all that you can notice besides just, oh, everything's slime. You know what I mean? Like, that's the best you can really gauge.
That's fair.
You would see, as she finally, or like, you know, as Happy, like, you actually don't know the gender. I don't think Happy has a gender. Like, I didn't even put that much thought to Happy, so I'm just gonna say they don't have a gender.
Right.
They would bring you to this, like, castle. Which completely made of slime. You would enter this, like, completely green castle. And standing there at the gates are still two knights. They still have their armor. They seem to be managing to keep their clothing and their armor pieces, the people of the village, from changing. It might be due to some magic, but they're not sure. For some reason, the clothings don't seem to be changing. There might be some limits to what's happening. They just don't know what. But they still seem to be wearing these, like, suits of armor, but you can still see very easily, like, the ooze kind of dripping through, like, the knight helmets, that sort of thing. He would just kind of, like, lead you through into the castle. And you can see, kind of just working at a bookshelf, is this, like, green slime girl. She's not wearing much because she's slime, and she actually doesn't have to wear anything at all because she's slime. Similar to Ublex, in the fact that they don't actually need to wear anything, it's just whether or not they want to. So you can see, I actually have a picture for this character. You can pretty much assume this is Sushi, because they said they were going to bring you to Sushi. You can see this girl, kind of like, it's like a gradient, like, green, kind of like a sherbet green, I guess. With this, like, black
blue-green
crop top.
gradient.
Yeah, like a blue-green gradient. Kind of like a ponytail type of hair for, like, that's, like, formed by the ooze. But you can see that she's just kind of, like,
Actually looks really cute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can see that she's actively kind of, like, working on the, like, at the bookshelf, like, looking through some books, that sort of thing. You can see Happy just kind of go up to her and just go, Sushi, huh? What's, oh, right. Well, oh, you're here. Okay, well, that's... Right.
Hello.
This is good news. Hi, what's your name?
Ublex.
Ublex. Okay, right. See, normally, I don't know if you have any type of public known... The one thing that... Okay, so the prophecy mentioned, it meant... Right. I should give you a rundown on the prophecy. I'm gonna guess you don't know it.
Nope.
Right, okay.
I'm so confused.
So, there's a prophecy that has been kind of passed down through the slime people. You see, it speaks of a human that would free the slime people from Gistendor. But the way that would happen is that he'd have to be woken up from his slumber, which you did. Because before this island started turning to slime, she kind of take a look at the rest of the group that you had with her, and she would just kind of go, okay, I don't think I recognize any of you. We were getting news, just a heads up, we were getting news and letters and stuff like that, but since the recent infection, we've stopped receiving any form of information of the outside world. So I apologize. I don't know if your people are like well known or something. I don't.
What is
remember-
this infection?
Right. So I'll get back to the other bit and a half. Infection wise, I don't know if the things happening to the people on this island are directly. I don't know if it can be. What's the word?
Transmitted?
Transmitted, yes, thank you. That's actually what I've been looking into. Because if we're able to leave the island, then we can go look for help. But if we're not able to leave, then the people are here to rot. Until the prophecy comes true. And that's hoping that the prophecy does come true. So, I had my eyes on a pirate crew. I don't know if they're even still around, but it looks like it doesn't matter. They might be. I guess I had my eyes on the wrong pirate crew. There's a pirate crew I heard about. They had like a blue slime with them, and I thought that might have been them, but I don't see anyone of the catastrophe pirates with you. So maybe this is a new group.
We
we
are the catastrophe pirates.
Wait, what?
There's been a lot that's happened.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Wait.
Two of the people are no longer with us entirely. Usagi has had a bit of a change.
That's why your face
Just
looks familiar. You look good, if
Just
that makes you
sigh.
feel any better.
Oh my god.
I say it all the time.
I just sigh.
I mean,
Yes.
yeah.
It doesn't seem to
I'm
make her
aware.
feel any better, though.
Oh.
Don't call me her.
If it makes you feel any better, trust me, I've gone through my own formation. Either way, okay, so you're so you're Ublex.
Yes, I am. I am the slime you saw in those photos.
Okay, I had my eyes on the right person. So the prophecy, it said that the human would go through some trials in the form of a slime, and they would eventually take the shape of the slime queen. And you have.
This is just purely coincidence, right? I mean, I recently just got this hat thing.
You can believe that, but as far as I've read on the prophecy, as far as I know, this is like fate.
I mean, if you think about it, Ublex, you have been going through a lot of things.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're also the only blue slime that humanity's known about. We have a few that have started to form in here, but I mean, you're the only one that you're the one that actively. Listen, I've done my own digging. I know who your old past life was. I've done a lot. I've done a lot of digging. So I know about the whole arcane guardian and all that. So I know you're the one. So
Are there like scriptures, like photos of me? Or do you see that? Are they here?
I dug around. When this thing first started, we used to have a revolutionary army hideout here. They had to move in case something actually started going down. Because they weren't sure. I understand it completely. I don't blame them. So I did my own digging with the information they left behind. That's how I found out about the Arcane Guardian. So I also found out about your missing. And then I wrote a letter recently. Okay, here's the thing. Right, so the infection thing reaching to the outside world, it's a mess. So we don't even know if direct touch can transmit this stuff, so sending a letter is risky. The amount of procedures I had to do just to send one singular letter is absurd. And we had to train a bird. We had to train a bird to deliver the message to the Revolutionary Army. So we could even get any information. It's a long story, right?
Right.
Essentially, the prophecy goes that the Slime Queen would be the one to set us free. The slime people. From what I don't know if you'll be able to change the people infected back. I think we're stuck as we are. This is what we are now. But from what I understand, the Slime Queen's prophecy goes that she would remove the crown inside of Gistendor and shatter it, removing the shackles of the slime people. Because our very ability to exist hinges on Gistendor's existence. Should he ever die, the entire race would perish. With the Blue Slime Queen's prophecy taking form, well, if you're able to remove the crown from Gistendor, which is located in his core, and you're able to destroy the curse, you need to remove the curse and then destroy the crown, then we won't be shackled to him anymore. He placed this curse on us. From my understanding, because I've talked with some slime people that actually were from his world, he was a very vengeful plasmoid that became a cosmic horror. I don't know the exact details of his backstory or what his life was about, but he placed a curse amongst the slime people. And so when he was sealed in the book by some unknown deity, a deity, well, I don't know the deity's name, but some people have called him the Hell's Cleric. When he was sealed away in that book by the Hell's Cleric, I guess the people were still bound to the curse. I'm guessing Renegard, the Hell's Cleric, I'm guessing he thought maybe that the curse would break? I don't know. But now that he's been released, yes, it's put a timer on your world, but it's given, well, it wouldn't have been my people, but now my people a chance to be set free.
That is a lot.
Yeah,
Right.
it's a lot. From what I know, Gistendor has set a few seeds, as you can see, with this island, to start his, well, transformation of the world. I think his plan, and this is me guessing, but I think his plan is to change the world. Because if every person in the world is a slime person, a slime folk, then his power, because we're connected to him, would boost. So I think he's trying to rise from cosmic horror to a god. And that's not something that should be allowed to happen.
No.
Not at the cost of its people.
It's terrifying. I'm so sorry.
I mean,
I'm gonna do my
Come on.
best. I'm just. We're going to find Ginstendor.
thank you.
Break
I-
that crown.
I don't know if anyone's managed to find his location, but I wish you the best of luck.
Is there any kind of information as to where he might be?
I
A starting point, a hint, something.
it's weird for me because I've lived on my island this whole life, right? And I never saw any trace of him. I don't know how he even got the leech put onto this island. And I've tried looking for leads the entire time we've been infected, yet I found nothing.
Can you show us where the
my.
infection originated? Maybe we could find something there.
I have managed to locate the infection. which is
remove
caused
it.
by that slime. In the cave on the way to this castle, there, if you go through it, is a creature that's creating just slime monsters and releasing it onto the island. If you kill that, it'll at least stop the infection here. I know it might sound stupid because we haven't... I know you might just chalk it up to, why don't we handle it? We don't have the manpower to handle that. This was a peaceful island. Very few people know how to fight here. So we can't even kill it.
Oh my.
Well, that's why we're here.
Right. So, Happy can lead you there. He kind of knows how to fight, so he might be able to help you in the combat. I thank you. I genuinely wish you the best of luck. And that is all the information that Sushi can offer you. If there's anything else you want to ask, you may.
I can't think of anything.
Is there anything, other strange things on the island that we should know about?
Strange.
Other than all the slime?
Is there a way to make it so that we can move around easier? Because, well, our dear friend Ublex is used to this. The rest of us aren't. And that can
Yeah.
make things a lot more difficult
Do
on
you think?
us.
Do you think like snowshoes or something would work?
Snowshoes? I don't... That would probably work in more fluffy substances, but something
Yeah.
like this, that might not work well. That's actually a good question.
This almost feels like mud at times.
Yeah, the ooze can make it harder for people that aren't made of the same substance. I don't know if I have anything.
This
for
might sound weird,
Mm-hmm.
but hear me out. Is it possible to take some of the ooze that's covering things and turn them into boots?
We could try. I'm gonna ask you this because I don't know to what extent this slime affects people. Again, this is still very unknown to me. Are you sure you want to take that risk? Because if that touches your skin and it is infectious, I'm not saying it is, but if it is, then you might start getting the symptoms yourself. I don't know. Are
I
you
have
willing
nothing
to
left
risk
to
that?
lose.
Okay.
My entire life is with this crew. Everything else has been taken from me.
I will make you some then. For the rest of your crew, are you willing? Or would you wish to just continue on as you are? With no boots? This is that question for Usagi and Loki. Do you want the slime boots?
Yeah, might as well.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
it seems very useful.
okay. And what about Loki?
Loki will figure out his own shit.
So no.
No.
Okay.
No.
Gotcha. Okay.
He's sitting there, he's like, I was told to take better care of myself. Like, that's in the back of his head. He's like, I'm not risking it.
Okay.
Keep
So
getting yelled at to take better care of himself.
yep. So yeah, she makes 2 pairs of slime boots. Just keep it like there's not gonna be a special item that I make for this. Just keep in mind, essentially, you two will not have your
terrain.
movement being halved by walking on this island, essentially.
How convenient.
Yeah. Loki, you'll be moving with half speed.
That's fine.
And unless you guys want to stop by your boat to grab anybody to help out in this fight, Happy will just lead you to the cave.
I am not bringing us here. Or
Valid.
actually, with my 24 AC, I might actually not need anybody to back me up this time.
That's fair. That's fair. Is anybody else just double checking with the party? Make sure you guys are all good.
At
We
the
had
risk
two
of
big
having
slimes.
Pike mad at us.
Hold on, wait. We
We
had two
should
people
bring a
speak at the
healer.
same time. So, let's. First of all, what was it that Issa said?
We have two big slimes on the boat.
We do have two big slimes on the boat. This is true.
We're on a big slime island.
Yeah, this is true. This is true.
We
I
can
will
bring said slimes on said island.
I
Yeah.
do have to ask, who on the boat has revival magic?
Pike.
Pike, only Pike.
Yeah, we're bringing him. Yeah, we're bringing him, please. I'm a little paranoid after last time.
Does everybody agree to bring the two big slimes and Pike? I feel like this should definitely be a group decision.
I
Kinda don't want to risk Pike.
Loki was going to tell Pike about. He wanted to go and tell Pike. He was like, "You were yelling at us. You were yelling at me more to make sure he was aware." But it's like that. Hey, do you want to come along? You don't have to, but we're gonna go deal with some slime thing, a cocoon thing.
So, in other words, we've got to one no, one yes, and one make a decision to Pike. Oh,
Yeah.
So we are going to chalk this down to. What?
I don't really want to risk Pike. Like Loki's kind of saying, I would prefer if you were safe
Okay.
than possibly getting
Right.
infected.
Then we'll take you as a
fair.
player as a no then. So that's two no's. So
Yeah.
unless Ublex is objecting against this and wanting him to come, then it will just be the PCs essentially with Happy.
Okay.
And the
I
two
don't
slimes.
want Pike coming with us. I
All right.
don't think we're gonna die from this. I mean, we're gonna. Of
Well, I
course, it's
do
gonna be a
have-
struggle, but
I do have 24 AC now, so
I can bring someone on the boat. Maybe.
power of being dummy thing. I can tank better hits this time.
This is truth. This is truth. All right. So as
Oh my god.
and we will end off as you guys begin making your way to the cave.
Cool.
What a way to end off. Thank you guys for watching this episode, by the way. You can find more of the Rum and Harbor campaign up on the Lost Harbor Tavern, up on Spotify, and up on YouTube, where you can also find some other campaigns, such as the Brothel campaign, the Hidden Garden campaign. Got some YouTube shorts sprinkled up in there. And besides that, we have some one-shots. And on the second channel, The Lost Shipyard, those things can also be found all on Spotify too, but if you want to check it up on YouTube, you can find The Lost Shipyard, where you can find the Sanity campaign that's still actively ongoing, the Duped campaign, and don't forget the Amnesia campaign. Thank you guys for watching this episode. Don't forget to leave a like, maybe comment a little bit. And also, a little fun fact, go check out a guy that we're now working with for all of our music for the channel. Go check out Bjorn the Bard. We're going to have his link in the description trying to like push his stuff out because he does an amazing job with what he does. So go check out his music. Amazing dude. Thank you guys for watching this episode. We'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.